out, buddies. This is the Bennington Show. I'm Ron Bennington.
And I'm Gail Bennington.
And I hear Vito giving a lot of credit to Earl for his Clemson pick, but I know another son of a bitch that, well, he had to be pushed back into it, but he did at the end of the day. And that's the Magic guy. That's the modern day Nostradamus. That's Chris Stanley.
That's right, good boy Chris Stanley. I also made that pick. Jinx is over. Dead. Done.
Well, if you remember, I stopped you. I said, go with your heart.
You're right.
You had switched. He tried to. He had the fucking feeling. Then he goes, but I'm so stupid. I'm going to go and bet Alabama. And I'm like, no, Chris, don't. Go with your heart. And now look what I got here.
Thank you, Ron.
I'm going to have you and Earl today separately make your picks for this coming weekend, the pro games.
Got it.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Separately.
Separately.
I want you to write yours down, him write down, because, you guys will copy. Both of you are like...
Separate but equal. That's okay or no?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not these days. I mean, it's okay in bathrooms, but it's not okay in a workplace environment. Though my mind is changes. Let me also just say this, and Earl will back me up on this. Earl, come on over and grab a microphone and feel good about yourself. You're a big Clemson guy. But Gail was just talking about when down south there were separate bathrooms. You had the white bathroom and what was then called the Negro bathroom. Mm-hmm. Here's a fact that you never hear. And I think Earl will back me up on this. The Negro bathrooms were much cleaner.
Really?
Spotless. Why was that, Earl?
They had to be.
They had to be.
Yeah. Had to be because there was more of a chance of them getting shut down and closed off.
You could eat off the floor of these restrooms.
Wow.
Beautiful. Look up the pictures online. Not now. Chris, you've got a job to do. I'm talking to the listener. Okay.
One should look up the pictures, is what he's saying.
That's my fault.
Yeah.
I didn't say one. You know what I mean?
If one were to want to watch the pictures.
One is the loneliest number of children.
So if you were really woke, you could just go ahead and sneak into that bathroom and then just enjoy yourself.
Better
in a nice,
experience.
Yeah, clean bathroom.
Yeah, you would try to sneak in, and then, just think how awful that is when you had more bathrooms than anyone else. You know what I mean? It's like, but that's the one I want.
I like yours better.
Yeah, what do we got to do? What do we got? And then by the way, I meant, I was playing the part.
Right.
Like Green Book. It was like Green Book in this whole thing. And I haven't seen Green Book, but I agree 100% on what they're trying to say. I think it's fantastic. Vulture is, put up another. They won't get off the Louis thing, and they have 17 comedy bookers on whether they'd put Louis C.K. on stage. And first of all, I just have to say this: I don't think he needs a booker. I think he could book his own theater tour right now if he wanted to. I don't think that it matters to him that he has to go to some of these rooms like a Dan Soder. You know what I mean? I mean that as a compliment. Soder's just taken off. He's a big 49ers fan, though, so his life has been hard lately. Looks what Flat sent me. I'll give that to you so you can give it to Jack.
Oh my God. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a beautiful candle with Nick Foles on it.
Like a very spiritual Catholic candle with Saint Nick Foles.
They're 9-point underdogs. 9-point underdogs going into this game. Well, they got beat by 40 by this fucking team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still going to give it to Big J and Mike Vecchione. Big J.
Actually, so the line moved to 7.5.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for the update, Chris. Looks like this candle is already doing some good for a lot of people.
Let's move the line.
You think this is the candle? I'm going to be burning it the whole time.
Thank you for that, Flats.
Is it good to burn the candle?
Yeah.
Not
It
at
is.
both ends. That's
Okay.
where you
Oh,
made the mistake.
Understood.
But yes, when you go into a Catholic church and you want to make a prayer, you give a couple bucks and then you light a candle.
Yeah.
Okay.
No one's going to go there and go, don't light the candle.
Yeah. Don't
It's
touch
like
any of
at
these
a
candles.
birthday. Is it good to light the candle?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes. So you can blow it out.
Yes.
Wait,
And what
is it-
happens then? The smoke takes your prayers to heaven.
Oh, I
Right?
didn't know that's smoke
Yes.
did. All right, I'm learning.
You know why you don't know this? Is because, A, you're 10% Jewish,
20.
20% Jewish, and B, your parents gave you nothing. Now, speaking of that, Gail's aunt, her kids were up to see the baby. So the young man, and I don't want to say which family member it was, because this is blasphemous. So, and Earl, you'll love this. So we're all eating, and he's doing whatever the kids do online. Would you rather, right? And his thing was this. Okay, what would you rather happen? You have to go to church every day for 3 hours, but then you're rich. And I go, yeah, it's that one. He goes, no, I didn't even finish it. I go, let me hear then. And he goes, or you don't ever have to go to church, but you'll never work above minimum wage. And those kids were picking the not going to church. And I go to him, I go, do you know that you have fucking family members that only go back to nations that were in coal mines? Coal mines, mining coal for money. And you won't sit in a church every day for money?
Yes, I said that will be my choice because that will be my job, right? So I'll be rich, and all my job is to sit quietly in church for 3 hours. Sounds pretty good.
Just take it in.
And who knows, maybe you have a spiritual message pop into your head.
Yeah.
Seems like it would be nice life to
I
have.
think some days I'll meditate, and some days I'll just go over my grocery list in my head. Oh,
In your
okay,
head.
that's
I
what
don't
I'm
want
gonna
you
have
taking
to
that phone out. But that's how far away. I mean, no offense. He's being raised by heathens.
That'll
But
do it.
his aunt that he never met was in church every day anyway. And
Yeah.
was constantly talking about priests. And she was like Vito, she was an Italian, you know what I mean? You know what they are like. So she had a lot to ask forgiveness for. But that's how quick it goes away.
Yeah.
In 2 generations.
She loved the church, loved the Pope.
Love, oh, Father's coming over.
Mhm.
Father's going to be here for dinner next week. And the other aunts would be really like, enough with the father. She uses that to be like against everybody. So that's how fast it goes away.
Yep. All it takes is, I mean, that's really the truth is the last 2 generations, I would say, you know, the boomers and then the Gen Xers just never had their children in church. It was just
Well, the
their
boomers were the last. The boomers had this thing because there was freedom that was being talked about in the 60s and 70s. And at the same time, the people at the church would still hit you.
right.
So they really rejected. And the
100%, yeah.
and some of the unlucky ones, there was even worse. Priests had sex with some of those guys.
Right. And that's going to probably turn you off to religion a little bit.
It will. As well as, you know, the tons of unanswered prayers. I mean, Earl can back me up there. It's you don't get everything
Does
that
that
you
throw
want.
you, Earl?
Well, it depends on what you're praying for. If you're praying for like, hey,
Money.
you want
A lot of
to,
money.
Money and fame, Earl.
Riches?
yeah, but you still have to put in the work to get to that too.
What worked? Then why pray if it worked? Bring it to me. It's a prayer. Bring it to me. It's like when people said, oh, you have to work at your marriage. Really? Then I don't want to be married. How's that? If I have to work at this, I don't want to. I'll work at work if you don't mind. I don't want to work at being at home.
It's home.
You get home and it's get to work.
I think, Earl, you're a single man. Oh, what a lucky man he was. Every time I hear that song, I think of Earl, you know?
Because he's so lucky.
He's lucky. He's like that fucking Lucky 7 song that they used to have in the Schoolhouse Rock days, you know?
Mhm.
He'd just be hopping on the back of some fucking truck with his big foot, you know, tapping along. Lucky 7 is his name.
That's you.
For once, Chris, you could have went to the fucking... What are you doing over here? Fixing this?
Resetting phones.
Really? Isn't that supposed to happen before the show?
Yes, it is.
And what does happen before the show? You shit yourself and then jerk off?
Into
Sometimes the
your
other way
own
around.
shit.
All right, Earl, I'm going to ask you a question because I know nothing about this. I think this was in Vice, but a lot of big time chefs, a lot of big important chefs say the best chicken out there is Popeyes. Now, I was thinking about that. There's a couple different fried chicken places that I go here in the city. The famous one's up in Harlem, but what's the one that started as a local sushi place? And then
Blue Ribbon.
Yeah.
so there's a Blue Ribbon down there that you go get a 6-piece.
Very good.
Okay, yeah, it's good. They're saying Popeyes is better than this. They would have Popeyes. Now, I thought my initial thing was a complete rejection. And then I thought to myself, I've never been to Popeyes in my life. I never once have been there. KFC, I'll just say this. This is why, and when some people, I like him. I'll just say this as fast as I can without puking, and it's going to be hard. I don't like gummy chicken.
Ooh.
And KFC is very gummy.
Yeah, there's a gum layer, especially between the skin and the
There-
chicken. There's a gummy layer.
There's
It's a
also
wet gum.
no relation between that skin and that gummy chicken. You know what I mean? Like
It's like
they're-
they pasted that
they're
fried layer on it.
They're two different things. Gail, have you eaten at Popeyes?
I have not eaten at Popeyes since I was in high school. I went with a group of people from my school, and they were like, "Why have you never eaten at Popeyes? It's delicious." I recall it being quite delicious, but then again, I was like a 16-year-old, so
Right.
I
You can
can't.
eat anything.
Yeah, at that time, fast food is so good, and you don't like feel terrible after you eat it. when
No,
you're
you feel
16.
good.
You're like, now I have the energy for my day. So I have not eaten it in a long time, but I do remember finding it quite delicious when I went.
Really?
Yes, I do remember going, that is better than KFC. I don't know if I was sitting there going, that's better than, that you get fantastic Southern fried chicken or great fried chicken places in Harlem. I don't think I was saying that, but I remember going, this is much better than KFC.
Earl, have you eaten Popeyes?
Yes, I have.
And?
Fantastic.
Really?
Yes.
And I am blown away by this.
Fantastic.
I always thought it was something to avoid like every other fast food place.
Right. You're likening it to a Long John Silver's.
Thank
perhaps.
you. Where, by the way, I've never eaten at a Long John Silver's.
Neither
All I have to do is hear about it and think, oh, that's disgusting.
Mhm.
And I've never tried it. They've never gotten in my kitchen. And I put Popeyes at the same. If somebody said, is Popeyes better than KFC, I would go to the same or worse. I had no idea it had this love. Chris, Popeyes?
I've eaten at Popeyes before. Last time I ate there was probably a year ago, and it blows fucking KFC away, and it is
But
good.
why aren't you eating there more than a year ago? Why are you in
Yeah,
fucking
if you
dollar
loved it so
slices
much.
every night of your life? I'm serious. I don't know what you're laughing at.
Because I don't. I guess I should be.
You're laughing at society right
I don't
now.
want to laugh at society. I always forget about it. I'm not always around at Popeyes.
Where is one around here?
I think there's one in Times Square.
Nobody's around him.
23rd.
That means that you're fucking half a block away from
Yeah,
Popeyes.
because I do remember that that's the one that I went to because I went to high school very close to here. So I remember there used to be, but then again, I've not seen this place in many years. I feel like that's closed down because
Probably.
I'm in this neighborhood a lot. I feel like I would have.
Also, their biscuits are quite better than KFC's.
I remember enjoying a biscuit when I was there. Again, this is a very long time ago.
Yeah, there's a Popeyes on 23rd Street, and Chris is 100% correct. The biscuits and the sides in general are amazing.
What
Fantastic.
now it's up
Starving.
to
I don't know about the
amazing, I'm
size.
hearing.
Starving now. I can't take this.
I can't
anymore.
vouch for the
This
size.
is all ridiculous to me. I'm in here every day.
See-
And fucking no one brings up to me we could be ordering Popeyes like celebrity chefs do. If I'm to believe Vice.
See, the big difference is the skin on the Popeyes chicken is much crispier and much more delicious.
Well,
than
that's
that
what I
shitty-
like. I like crispy and delicious.
Well, I think you
you
like
know
that-
this.
I know.
But every day you're like, should I order from a bad place? Ron? Bad place? Would you like some bad place?
Terrible food, right?
I am thrown by this. Thrown. Am I going to be disappointed when I hear all this fucking shit? Is this like, I mean, you guys try to tell me some young comic is amazing, and then I see a clip and I'm like, oh, fuck. I can't trust anyone. Hey, Steve, what's up, buddy?
Hey, I was the same as you until I met my wife, and then she's like nuts about Popeyes, and I was the same. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I didn't. I related it to any church's chicken, whatever. But it is good. It's very good. But I was the same way. I didn't know anything about Popeyes until I met her.
I mean, Popeyes has been around my whole life, and I never went there. Never even once. Matter of fact, I remember hearing jokes about it as if only certain types of people went to Popeyes.
Mhm.
That's the kind of jokes I
Sure.
heard. And now I'm hearing from and Earl, the biscuit. I'll fucking have a biscuit alone if I could get a good fucking good biscuit. There's something going wrong here. I am being lied to. 844 Rock God. 844 Rock God. Ed, what's up, buddy?
Ronnie B, you got to get a 3-piece spicy. It's the pride of the Delta down in New Orleans.
A 3-piece spicy?
You could go non-spicy.
3-piece spicy.
It could get a little spicy. That's what I'm saying. I remember the first time I went to a Popeyes. It was across the street from Queens Court. And my mom took me. I can't remember what we were in court for. But we had the Popeyes. Like, this is amazing, Mom. Why are we here all the time?
Why am I have to fucking drag this story out of you? I've known you for 12 years.
Yes.
And I've never heard you say, Ron, you got to try the Popeyes. Gail, you okay right now?
I can't believe that.
We just got a picture of the baby, and this is the first time ever. And there's no reason for this ever to happen with you because you never give her a bottle.
Right.
But she's holding the bottle by herself.
Holy shit.
And just sitting there enjoying.
Oh my God.
It's impressive.
She looks so grown up there.
She looks so grown up. And then the thing from your mom is she insisted.
I believe that.
Yeah, she insists because when you try to give her a little mush banana, she tries to take the spoon off your hands.
She pulls the spoon out of my hand and shoves it into her
Great
mouth.
coordination.
She's very, she's an independent person. I think she's going to love Popeyes. I'm probably going to have her try Popeyes next.
Mark in Iowa. Mark.
Hey, Ron, manage your expectations on this because Popeyes is better than KFC in the same way that Hardee's is better than McDonald's. Still not great.
All right. Thank you very much.
It's good fried chicken.
No. Thank you very Chris, if it is good fried chicken,
Yeah.
I don't know whether you've seen the movie. You were never here, but I'll just say this. I'll go to the fucking CVS. I'll buy a fucking hammer. I'll come back here and beat you to death with it.
Jesus. I haven't seen it.
Because 12 years you could have said to me that there's a magic chicken place.
I didn't think you'd want the fast food fried chicken.
You just told me it's great, though. What I don't want is shit.
I know.
I don't want shit.
It was a...
And the way you guys are saying now, it's not fast food fried chicken. That's what this entire Vice thing is about. Like, do not be thrown off. At least they have the balls to stand up for yourself. The balls. Brian, Utah.
Hey, Ron.
Hey, buddy.
And I'm going to have to say you definitely got to get some of the jalapenos with all that.
What the fuck?
Jalapenos?
You know I love jalapenos.
I know they were on the menu. Is that
Crazy
new?
about
They're
them.
delicious.
Gail, today there should only be mass firings. Earl is fired.
Definitely.
Chris is fired.
Fuck.
Happy about that one.
Need this job. Apologize about the oversight of the Popeyes. But the good news is we can get some Popeyes.
Ian in New Jersey. Ian.
Hey, guys. So up north, Popeyes is the best. However, the best fried chicken I would have to say is Bojangles. Going down I-95, stopping for some of that.
Well, we don't have access to that.
Well, here's the thing, though. I knew a man, Bojangles, and he danced for you with worn out shoes. Here's the sad part, though. His dog up and died. He just up and died. And after 15 years, he still grieves. Bert, Nashville.
Yes, I'm going to vouch for Popeyes. It's solid chicken. No hating. It's no Brother Z's chicken wangs down the street, but it's a solid chicken, and it's excellent sides and much better gravy and potatoes.
It's all just shocking to me. Shocking. Hey, Rich, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, I just wanted to chime in on the fried chicken. If you haven't had the Shake Shack Chicken Shack sandwich, it was rated in a few chef polls as the best fried chicken.
Well, I got news for you. If I go to Shake Shack, I'm not getting chicken. You know what I mean?
I know. I said
I don't play that. Chris got it. Cheeseburger. You're right, Chris.
That's
I
what
want to
you
get a
get there.
cheeseburger.
That's what you get there.
You're so stupid.
That's like when you go to Philly and they're like, "Oh, a chicken cheesesteak is really good. You
Yeah.
should have it." And you're like, "I don't have time for this
I
because
know,
I'm
I
not in
live here
Philly
every day.
enough."
You get steak, cheesesteak.
Yeah, you're right. You got the cheese. He's right.
He's got it again. You're clever.
Hey, G, what's up, buddy?
Go.
Hey, y'all, buddies.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I know you're a Florida guy, Ron. They mentioned it earlier. Have you had Bojangles?
No, I really don't do fast food at all. I live in New York City, so I have access to a lot of great food, and money, so I'm not trying to eat on $1.25. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that makes me better than somebody who doesn't have money. I'm just saying if you have the option, just like if I have the option between fresh water and dirty water, I'm going to opt for the fresh. Doesn't mean I'm better than the people drinking tainted water. No. Not at all. Or
here's the only thing that I say why Bojangles is at least decent fried chicken. The ratio between friedness and chicken meat has to be very specific.
Oh, yeah.
They are very intentional on their ratio. It's not overwhelming. It's not like eating a fucking potato chip with a little bit of chicken in it. It's very, 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 the ratio is very specific.
all right. I don't know what to do here. I feel like I've been lied to by Earl, who I've known for fucking 18 years. 18 years. And he's never said to me, Ron, I got a little secret called Popeyes.
I also just feel hurt. It's like just not being invited. Like they're obviously going to Popeyes.
A year ago, I went to Popeyes.
Why didn't you ask me to come with you?
I think it was on a weekend.
Who'd you go
Still.
with?
I went by myself.
Doesn't your girlfriend, isn't she in the chicken business, or is that still happening?
That's still happening, yeah.
Do you ever say to her, Popeyes is better than your chicken?
No. Insulting.
I'm going to go down to her place. And I'm going to start some shit.
Just play from your tape recorder, Chris saying it's the best chicken.
Yes, I will. And I go, look, he's cheating on you. No. Not with another woman, with another chicken.
And despite the fact that this is a satellite radio show, yes, he has a tape recorder and he sits here and records
I do.
every show.
Oh, I'm fucked.
That tape recorder also works as a phone, so I can send it out immediately. Yeah.
Your coat?
Yeah, my coat's too long for this fucking business.
You know what? Put it back there. Just stick it back there, like the rest of us.
But if I do that, then I'm going to walk out of here without my coat.
No, you have done it.
Everything has to be. Look, I came in today without my fucking badge.
I know.
My life's a wreck right now.
Sorry.
Yeah. You're responsible for my wreck.
I know. I really feel like I am.
But I never get so much as a thank you for it.
Thank you so much.
No, too late.
So are we getting this chicken or what's happening here?
We will get Popeye's chicken for us all to have soon.
Soon?
Ish.
What does that mean?
Like within the week?
Yeah, within the week.
Within the week. Today is the day. Today is the day. Vito, what do you have lined up for today? Move.
I have falling in there.
I have pizza coming today.
Pizza?
Yeah, pizza.
Spicy chickeny
Do they have
biscuit?
No chicken pizza. No chicken. I actually.
When is it getting here?
Do you have
then?
a spicy 3-piece pizza?
It'll be here in 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
I want.
Everyone is starving now, Vito.
I want chicken 20 minutes ago, not pizza 20 minutes from now.
Let's see. Well, no, get over here, Vito. Get over here.
Hold on.
He just said, "Hold on."
Let's hear.
Hold on. Just hold on.
You're hearing a spicy chicken debate go on.
Yeah.
So what does the greasy Italian decide to do?
Oh God, no!
He goes out and gets pizza.
I just wanted you to have the fare of my people.
You know what? Why don't you fucking excuse yourself, go into the bathroom, take a fucking gun from behind the toilet, come in here and shoot me in the throat with it. That's probably the least believable thing about The Godfather, that you could kill the police captain and then just have it, oh, he was a bad police captain. No. Every cop would freak out and they would have destroyed the fucking mafia.
Yeah, and he got in and out of the country very easily.
Well, back in those days, you could get on a fucking tug. There was nothing fucking easy about going. Like, whenever I'm watching a thing and they're like, oh, I'm going to Europe, I'm going to get on this steamer. I'm like, no. I'd have to say to everybody, if I was living in the 1920s, I'd be like, I have to wait for safe air travel because I'm not taking a 2-week freezing cold Atlantic fucking trip.
It's just not happening.
And people are like, oh, I'd love the Titanic. I go, nope.
Yeah.
That's fucking horrible.
Like, we're all the children of immigrants, but if the roles were reversed and we were them,
staying put,
we would be still there.
Yeah.
We would still be in Ireland.
I think my family came over here and was disgusted by the travel and just said, we're staying here on the East Coast. None of us are going to get on the wagon train.
We're not going west, young man.
We made it as far as Delaware County, and then even then people are like, let's just get a row house and drink. Generations of us will take it easy. Hey, Melissa, you're on Bennington.
Hey. So Ron and Gail, not only does Popeyes have the best chicken, they also make amazing fried popcorn shrimp, and it comes with this great little dip. They're awesome.
You guys know that I love popcorn shrimp.
I'm going to tell you something right now. We are being set up. We're being set up.
You think so?
I would have heard all these wonderful things if this would have happened.
God, and I can't even remember the last time I had popcorn shrimp. Many years.
You haven't even had popcorn or shrimp.
I love to eat shrimp like they're popcorn. That's how many shrimp I want. I want a bucket that size.
I eat popcorn and shrimp when I'm at the movies. I'm like, oh my God, I hope she doesn't open that door.
Lights come on, you're just covered in grease.
Oh, that was great. I knew Ant-Man would be able to fucking get small enough to win this. What's Ant-Man's girlfriend named? Bumblebee?
The Wasp.
Thank you.
Cute.
I thought they fought each other.
No, he fought the Yellow Jacket in the first movie, and then
I don't remember that.
Yeah, that's the Yellow Jacket's a bad guy in Ant-Man, and then the second one, Evangeline Lilly becomes the Wasp.
I've not seen any of these, so to me, it's possible you guys are just making this all up. Are these really?
Yeah. I know his girlfriend. I thought she was called. What did I say? Bumblebee.
Bumblebee.
But it's really
way cuter.
I know. Wasp.
Bumblebee's that robot movie that's out right now.
And that's why if she sees like somebody she doesn't like, she stings them.
I'm a bee. I'm a sting you. She said.
Guess whose sweet little birthday it is today?
Who?
The darling boy, Flathead.
Oh, happy birthday,
He calls himself darling boy. And when he sent us that Christmas thing that finally got here, I looked all over to see if there was a party package in it, but it wasn't addressed to Levon Helm. Look at these people going through.
Young professionals.
Hey, young boy, they all look like their life is over, don't they?
Oh, they look miserable.
Beat down.
Yeah.
Or
just happy. Just one happy.
Normally we get tours in the summer, not in the winter.
No, I think I came in when I did my tour during my internship. It was
you came here.
Yeah, I had to come on my day
Remember
off.
the time that after he was already interning for us, right? He came through with his class. So we see him like walking like a goddamn fucking idiot around with his class. We were cracking. Then they came in here and we and his teacher was like, "So is social media important for what you're doing now?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, so important." That's why it's just so great that we have Vito with us, because we don't understand it. But Vito's like a social media master. And I just put him over in front of his teacher.
That's so cute.
Also, when we were walking by, you guys were just watching a video of me and pretending to laugh really hard. So my class walked by and said, "Is that you on that screen?" and it was all of you just like screaming and pointing at the TV,
acting like you were the best.
Yeah,
That is so sweet.
I love a good fucking con. Nothing better than a good con.
you got an A+ in that class.
Yeah, well, you paid $50,000 for it, so off you go. Hey, Meat, what's up, buddy?
Yo, Ronnie,
Hey.
there is a secret menu item at Popeyes. You need to get it. It's jambalaya, side dish. Delicious.
Why is it a secret? If it's so delicious, sell it to everybody. How can a fast food place have a secret?
That secret menu shit's garbage. It's just annoying the workers. I doubt anyone.
Wait, I'm sorry. You go into one of these places and you care about the workers? When did that happen?
I've never ordered a secret menu item.
I do. I tip at fast food. I go, I don't give a fuck what he says. Here's $2. I'm making my stand for $2. They have to go back and get it. Who makes the best shakes in the whole fast food world? Because I've been jonesing for a shake lately.
Wow.
Five Guys makes a good shake.
I haven't been to Five Guys in forever.
I know.
And
Maybe we should just have a shake day. You know?
I would love that. And you know what? I bet the line is really unlike those salad lines.
Oh man, did you see this stuff? Did we talk about this on the air? All right, so this was in the paper the other day, maybe up on the iBang, I can't remember. But people in early January, and there's places all over the city that just sell salads. There were these giant fucking lines and people fighting. Look at that. How many people? Like they were trying to get in a fucking airport during a storm over salads. And you can see everybody's about.
That's Little Beat.
Yeah.
That's Little Beat. That's our salad.
Shit, that is.
Fucking love that place. And I've never. We would go in there, it would be empty as fuck, or AF, as the kids say.
By the way, this is the early 30s where you have to go, oh, it's January and I'm fatter. You don't do that when you're 22.
I'm seeing this blown up. Doesn't that dude work here?
Yeah, that guy does work here.
Oh shit, that is. I know. I can write his name down.
Who is it?
His name's Jameson.
Who's he work for?
I think he works for Karen Hunter. I'm not sure.
Send that over to them. They might be excited to see it. Tell them we're thrilled. And tell them this is why we want everybody wearing a Sirius XM hat.
But the weird thing is, so I did not think of this, that it was about the new year, new you situation. And I walked through the salad place that is in the basement of this building because I wanted to grab something. The line was out the door. I've never seen that place. It was going out.
Metro?
Fuck. Out the door. And I was like, oh, forget it. I won't just get the thing I was going to get. And now I realize it was like January 2nd. And everyone's like, I'm on salads from here on out. 2019.
Salad places and gyms right now are both the worst.
Yes, it's terrible, the gym thing. But when is it okay to go and you join a gym where they're desperate for you? Is it March?
Yeah, like by March, late February, people are dying out. But by March, you're good. You won't be in a just jam-packed place with crazy sign-up fees.
Fuck them. Fuck these salads still. You get salads from there?
Little Beat? I used to, yeah.
Any good?
Yeah, fantastic.
There's just like, it's a lot of hot food.
Like warm salads.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, with quinoa in it and shit.
That's disgusting, Cloud. Is the only
Farro.
salad.
No, that's roast.
Oh.
Little Beat's the one that's with like the.
If I'm going to have a warm salad, it's going to be egg salad.
Sounds good.
Put it on a big fucking hoagie roll. Have it with a shake.
It's the new year, new me.
It's the Popeyes biscuits.
Throw us a popcorn chicken, please. Large bucket.
Flats is doing the new year, new me.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah.
I had too many Christmas cookies left over in my house to get rid of them and really feel good about myself. So I'm like, once these are gone, and by gone I mean I will consume them all, then maybe I'll think about a new me.
Not to fall into the stereotype, but I had chicken parm and lasagna pretty much every day we were off.
Yeah.
That was left over.
We all know that. Why are you telling us this? You had it for breakfast too.
I fucking woke up a bunch of days and went for the chicken parm and then had the lasagna for dinner.
Did you watch that game last night?
I watched the first for that.
Wow, I can't turn off a game once I'm there. That's what I hated. I hated the whole second half. But I'm like, I'm not. It's the championship game.
Yeah.
People were actually leaving the stadium.
Yeah.
Leaving the stadium.
Squash match.
And our girl Shelby, she was so proud of. She was our intern last year, and she was so proud of Alabama, and we win everything. I thought she'd get an easy win for herself.
I know. Heartbreaking.
Clemson, that's me. That's my favorite fucking school.
She told me she left the bar in the third quarter.
With a guy?
She didn't say that, probably.
Smart idea.
Yeah.
Load it up.
Gotta erase that loss in your memory.
Sometimes it's the only way to deal with the hurt, you know?
Oh, don't I know it? That and cutting. Chris, get this fucking piece of shit computer up again.
Okay.
I'm glad there's no pre-show fucking tabs done here. Peter, what time's the Popeyes getting here?
It's not Popeyes, it's pizza.
Why would you order pizza on Popeyes Day?
Please tell me at least there's fried chicken on
There's
this
no
pizza.
fried chicken. I actually purposely said, I don't think fried chicken is good on pizza. Now I feel silly about that.
I want a biscuit on my fucking fried chicken.
I'll ask if they can add a last minute biscuit.
And then instead of tomato sauce, see if they could do it with like a white Southern gravy on the top.
I don't know if they do
This is
that.
actually a good idea. Southern pizza.
It does sound good.
Biscuit crust.
You're going to disrupt the pizza industry.
I think this is a good idea.
You're disrupting two industries at once. Pizza
I'm going to call it Toots Pizza.
We used to eat Two Boots all the time. We haven't been there in forever.
I know. Two Boots was my jam.
But like something that you would put on toast and butter?
No. Just my rock song that I would listen to.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But
I didn't
instead
know.
of a rock song, it's my food that goes in my belly.
Mm-hmm. Is that weird for you to see her holding her own bottle?
Yeah, it's crazy. I keep looking at the picture.
I know I'm getting it out on the Coconut Telegraph. So I'm sending it to all the sisters.
I can't really take it.
I know it's too much, right?
Soon she'll be eating her own Popeyes.
Last night she slept through the night like a really good girl.
No, she did not. I'm on no sleep, guys. I'm feeling pretty weird today at work. But you know what? On my way here, I was like, man, I feel crazy. I'm like, I'm on the radio. It's
Yes.
my job. I'm not a surgeon. I'm not a pilot. Everything's going to be fine.
Yeah, everything's always fine.
I'm
in
going
this
to go to
business.
work and talk to my friends. So it's not so bad.
The worst thing that could ever happen is a shitty show. And we have them even on the best days that we want.
Even when I have all the sleep.
Yeah. You can get a ton of sleep and like,
Sorry, guys. I was a little slow today. I had too much sleep.
and I've done it.
At 12 hours.
And well, back in the bad old days, the condition people would come to work in was unbelievable. And it was just like, get a bucket of ice water so we can put our faces in it every once in a while. That's not even made up.
By the way, lots of people are tweeting different things about Popeyes to me, but somebody sent that there's one on West 40th, same block as Midtown Comics. That's from Gary. Said that.
Yeah, we can make it. We can go get the new fucking Aquaman.
Yep.
That one's good because it has an octopus in it. He gets the octopus to chase the bad guys.
Oh, he's good, man. He's
Yeah.
being a superhero.
There was one where he was using a swordfish as a sword. I'm like, okay, you're getting him now. Whatever happened to blonde haired him? And now, and this might be good for you to take Juliet to, Captain Marvel is going to be the big female superhero. And she cleans everything very fast. She just cleans everything very
So efficient.
Yeah. I guess she gets all the right
Now,
products.
now that they're doing this, are people going to be like this from childhood? Is that just across the board with whatever female?
No. That's reverse racism, what you're doing right now. Captain Marvel's always been a woman.
Oh.
And since 1968.
Nice.
And she will fight crime except for 3 days every month. And then she causes crime.
Yeah.
Where are you guys from? The 80s when that was acceptable?
Still fine in my world because it's true. It's based on truth, and that's what makes it funny.
Mhm. I'll say the real stuff.
I took a sick day from high school once a month. Once a month. I was like, this can't be done. Can't be expected to go to school.
Well, I couldn't agree more. Take the day. Take the day for yourself. All right, why don't we break here, children's? When we get back, Chris wanted to discuss cocktails with us because he feels like he still drinks like a kid, and he asked me, are there any like fancy, cool cocktails I could have? And I said, number one, that's a really mean thing to ask an alcoholic. And number two, I've been an alcoholic long enough that there's plenty of new cocktails that I've missed out on. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I quit back in the Singapore sling days. I'm not going to lie to you. I had the last drink I had was a Harvey Wallbanger. But now, you know, like, I don't think there were celebrity bartenders when I still drank. You know what I mean? Like now there are people that are famous as bartenders. So if you are a responsible drinker and you would like to bring Chris Stanley into what I call adulthood,
please.
844 Rock God. 844 Rock God. By the way, Justin Stangl wrote to me and he said, you know what's good for no sleep because he's been through this a lot. Popeye's chicken.
Not pizza.
Vito, did you order Popeye's chicken?
No, I did not. I ordered pizza.
I looked at the time that you said that it'd be getting here. It's 5 minutes away. Are you sticking with this?
I trust this pizza place and the woman I spoke on the phone.
Have you ever used them before?
I've never used them before.
Why did you go and pick this?
I just thought it was like a fun thing to order from. You know, they just up a few locations.
But you knew that we were going to be craving this fried chicken, right?
Well, I had a feeling, but I thought maybe like show you fried chicken and then give you pizza.
That's bad.
Made a lot of bad decisions.
In hindsight, I realized just bad decision making.
I mean, you're the type of Italian that if you to fucking bury a body, instead of taking it to the Jersey swamps, you just dig a hole down near the fucking Hudson. You know, he fucking ends up digging a hole in the soccer field where the kids play. There's a fucking foot sticking out. They come out in the morning. We're right back, but we do want to talk cocktails and help our own Chris Stanley. 844 Rock God. This is the Bennington Show. Happy birthday, David Bowie.
Happy birthday, David Bowie.
And of course, happy birthday, Flathead.
Yes.
Both of them, the same level of talent.
Iconic.
And one of them really worked at it. Another, a little bit of a slacker. Chris, you want to say something about the Crashing Unmasked?
Yeah, it's happening next Tuesday, January 15th at 4 p.m. That's with Judd Apatow, Pete Holmes, and the cast of Crashing. Go to theinterrobang.com for a chance at free tickets. That's next Tuesday, January 15th.
I'm looking forward to that. I've got all of them I haven't watched yet. I'll keep you guys updated.
Nice.
As it goes along. I know some of the things that are supposed to take place. As a matter of fact, I know that Kevin Brennan shot some scenes, and his brother is going to be here in about an hour. The very famous Neil Brennan is stopping here at Sirius XM. Chris in New Jersey, you're on the Bennington Show.
What up, family?
Hey, man.
Hey, so first, before I give Stanley his perfect summer cocktail, I think I laughed for a straight half hour at Chris and Earl's promo for the Roger Daltrey on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm waiting for another one. You know what I mean? Because that one was a little bit of a stink fest, but I think it shows that there's something that could. This is like the indie film or the college film that you make at film school, and you're like, oh, these guys have something. You know? They're going for
Oh,
too
it's
much right now.
fantastic. Oh God, it's so funny. All
But a
right,
buddy
Chris,
comedy has to have comedy.
That's what we're working on.
Yeah. So I take it that this is one comedy that wasn't. We don't have time for it, Chris. We don't have time. All right, what cocktail do you have for Chris Stanley?
All right, Chris, this is a good, versatile cocktail in the summer, and if you want to drink a bottle of vodka without even realizing it, make yourself a John Daly. Mix up some Tito's with lemonade and iced tea, equal parts of each, and it's most delicious. It's obviously play on Arnold Palmer, but it's drunk Arnold Palmer, so it's John Daly. And the best part is you could just buy like a pre-mixed half and half from Wawa, dump half out, dump a bottle of vodka in, go out on the boat.
That
for the
sounds
day.
like a smart idea, Chris.
That's easy. I like
Yeah.
that. All you need is one jug and a bottle of
It's
vodka.
like you're drinking, and it's just like drinking juice, and it tastes like summertime. So like you do your Jameson gingers in the winter, and as soon as Memorial Day hits, you switch over to the John Daly's, and you have a great summer, brother.
See, that's one thing I noticed about you. You don't drink with the seasons.
I don't. And that's a problem. But maybe this John Daly thing could ease me into summer.
So you're familiar with the Arnold Palmer, right? Which is it's iced tea and lemonade mixed.
Yes.
And then he is throwing just a little bit of vodka into
Nice
that.
splash of vodka.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good.
Now I used to drink the Carl Palmer, and that was just straight masculine. Ooh, what a lucky man.
My question though, would you say that this would help Chris for his adult cocktail? I just worry that this is a bit of a sweet, icy, fruity, fun kind of cocktail. But is this like a gentleman's cocktail?
All right, well, you give me one that you think that he should be going
All right. This is, I'm going to throw this out there. This is, to me, a perfect winter cocktail. It's a Sazerac. So this originated in New Orleans. I believe you use rye, and it's a wash of absinthe. So it's got that kind of like, that anisette kind of flavor. It's in a rocks glass, but no rocks, like you're in like an old fashioned glass with no ice. And it's usually like a peel of either lemon or like a twist of an orange.
I will
it's
say
very
this.
grown up. It's very masculine, though the ladies like it too.
Looks like you'd be drinking a man's drink there, Chris. Like you just finished your day running an advertising company.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's what I like.
Yeah.
That's a gentleman's cocktail, and I think it's a very sexy look on a man when you have a very grown-up cocktail in your hand.
I like the sound of a Sazerac. Also, just the name Sazerac.
It's fun. You know what? I have fun ordering it.
Can
You
I
know?
get a Sazerac, sir?
I used to drink this thing called an ottoman, which was just furniture polish and white lightning. And
write that down.
It would set you right. I honestly, I don't remember the year 1991. John in South Carolina.
Good afternoon, Bennington.
We're looking for an adult drink for our own Chris Stanley. He feels like he either just drinks straight liquor with a beer chaser, but he feels like he's at the age now that he would like a man's cocktail. I
have to grow up.
A nice man's cocktail would be a Negroni, which is
what's a Negroni?
Very popular.
Yes,
is this a Dakuni?
Or a nice Tom Collins in the summertime.
Well, let's
Those
take
are
a
grown
good
up
look at the Negroni first. And tell us what's in there, Christopher. Is it...
All right, so it's in a rocks glass. It's ice.
It's it's a bitter cocktail.
Oh.
Yes, very bitter.
I believe there's gin in it
Gin, yes. It's gin
and sweet vermouth
and Campari.
and Campari. Right, that gives it the color.
Can I just recommend this to you, Chris? And I know that you're trying to dress better, too.
Yeah, definitely.
The gin you want is Aviator's Gin. It is owned by Deadpool, who is
nice.
Married to Blake Lively, Deadpool. And it's his, he went in. It's not like he invented this. He found out that another actor made $1 billion. And he goes, how do I get in this $1 billion business? So Aviator, just even take a look at their website. You can see classy man drink, kind of a 1930s look about it.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. It's beautiful.
If I was to equate it with anything, it would be the Phantom comic strip.
I want to help him get to that billion.
Tanner in Utah.
Yeah, the Benefact movie. Gentleman Jack, 2 dashes of bitters. You top it off the gin, put a slice of orange in.
Ginger beer?
Yeah.
I'd rather just have I mean, no, I don't want to be pouring beer into my cocktails. That seems odd.
Ginger
Why?
beer.
Ginger beer.
Ginger beer.
Oh,
It's
it's not real
regular beer.
No.
All right, let's look it up, Chris. First of all, look how you need an Avian. Look how good he looks drinking that.
God, he looks great, doesn't he?
He looks really good. I
He's
like that gray in the
rugged.
beer.
Yeah, he's rugged but fun.
Yeah.
You know?
Why does he ever
It's
put
like-
that Deadpool
I
mask
love
on?
to see gray in a beard because you're like, he's old but not too old.
That's what I call a real daddy. You know? I like the daddies out
He's
there.
like a gin daddy.
Yeah.
I love a nice gin daddy.
He's having some gin
Yeah.
and underage sex at the same time. He's a real daddy, that one.
Sexy.
Look,
I like
how-
it.
Just leaning against
That's just, by the way, a model. You know what I mean? I don't care.
And I like that he's got a wedding ring on.
Yeah.
Doesn't keep me away from daddy,
No.
that's for sure.
By the way, look how he's holding his gin
Cool.
way up there.
leaning against 2 crates of his gin.
He might as well turn his chair backwards and talk to the kids. This gin's daddy's got something to teach you.
Oh, this is a good one. Looks like he's actually having
yeah.
a fucking Negroni.
And he's all laid out, and it looks like his T-shirt costs $1,400.
By the way, is that a tall glass of gin with just a lemon in it?
Yes.
You're an alcoholic. Come on. Nobody should be drinking a tall glass of gin.
Gin and lemon, please. Gin and lemon, the way I like it.
What are you doing with that rocks glass? Put that in a water glass, please, and fill it to the top. Because I'm gin daddy.
Now, Earl, I have to ask you this. What is your other fucking room slacker doing over there?
He went to get the pizza.
But why so late when it's so close to when our guest gets here? You know what I mean? You got 2 hours before the guest gets here.
I don't want to be smelling like pizza.
I don't want this whole thing. It was like, hey, did you guys eat pizza before I got here?
I hope he's bringing some gin up with this fucking
All
pizza.
right.
No.
Dude, you fucking obsess sometimes, and it's stupid.
We've moved past gin daddy.
I know you're trying to be an adult, so stop talking like a child.
Okay.
I feel like it's my weekend with my stupid fucking kid I didn't want to live with. Once a month. That's all you get. I'm teaching you about gin.
By the way, there was a mention of a Tom Collins. And whenever I think of a Tom Collins or hear someone order it, I always think about in Bottle Rocket when he comes in and he asks him, can I get you something to drink? Because he has a bar in his house. He goes, I'll have a Tom Collins. So now he's going to go back there and like shake a drink as opposed to just pour him some whiskey. And he's like,
Right.
Tom Collins, all right. He's like rolling up his sleeves. Like, no, he has to make simple syrup now.
When I used to hang out with Chris's mom, we would always drink the Barnabas Collins. And that was based on a vampire soap opera from many years ago. Dark Shadows was Chris's mom's favorite show.
She never stopped talking about it. She loved the soap opera. I guess that was a vampire soap opera.
You don't have to guess. It was, Chris.
Okay, yeah.
It was, in fact.
It was fucking.
I didn't know that it existed, and I would like to watch a vampire soap
Well,
opera.
let's put it on. It's in black and white. I hope it doesn't bother you. I know
prefer it.
you're a 90s kid and you grew up with that colored TV. Dark Shadows, and don't get stuck with the Johnny Depp one, my friend.
No.
No, you got to have Barnabas Collins in it. You don't want the
Yeah.
other. It'll throw her off if she sees these other ham and eggers.
Yeah, please don't throw me off. This is a first impression for me.
Yeah. And that's short for impression. Barnabas? There he is. Oh, he's in color there.
Let's see.
It's a later episode.
All right. Like the music.
They spend a lot of money on music.
It's a good set, though.
Barnabas.
There he is.
Where are you going, Ben? I was going back to the mausoleum. Where did you come from? In my new life, I have been discovering that I have some strange and remarkable powers. What kind of powers? You will find out soon enough. Where have you been? I've been digging a grave in the woods. I see. So you discovered the body, did you? For a spell there, I thought your father was going to find it.
You didn't say anything to my father, did you?
No, sir.
Good. It will be dawn soon.
Amy
So-
loved it.
So Barnabas is kind of a vamp daddy.
He was a vamp daddy, and they
Like
said that when this show ran, late 60s, I guess, women or housewives, everyday housewives, as the song goes, would stay home and masturbate watching this.
I'm sure my mom did as well.
See if there's any pictures. James in Ohio.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
I've got a drink for Chris. I think this is going to be the perfect one because I used to make a lot of drinks. I was a bartender and make a lot of adult drinks for myself up until I hit about 30.
Mm-hmm.
And then I decided we're wasting time. The only way to go in the summertime is a little something I call freezer vodka, where, you keep your vodka in the freezer, and then when nobody's looking, a couple glug-glugs out of the bottle, you haven't dirtied a glass, you haven't done anything, but
I like
we're right
the
on the
idea
boo-boo.
of Chris shamefully standing in front of his refrigerator
with a couple of glugs, and you're done.
Just hitting that vodka every so often.
Earl, would you check on him, please? I mean, this isn't a goddamn sideshow we're running here, okay?
This is a pizza show.
This isn't a fucking freak show where everybody can sit around and fucking just freak out in a Moon Age daydream, even though it's Bowie's birthday. Maybe I'll go home and watch Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence, tonight. That is David Bowie's homoerotic English officer captured by the Japanese during World War II. And guess what? Punish me. Love it.
You didn't like The Hunger?
Where is he?
No, he's. Hold on, he's.
What did you just say? Dunkirk?
No, I said. Did you ever see The Hunger?
Yes, I've seen The Hunger.
I'm living it right now.
I'm living it because you won't force that fucking grease ball. The kid brings the food in here.
Why won't he bring it up?
He's still downstairs waiting for the pizza guy.
What? But they said it was down.
So hungry.
I want to kill myself.
I despise.
I wish I had some freezer
Why wouldn't
vodka
it be here at fucking
silence the pain?
2:15? Silence the pain. Raise a vodka then. Tell him. Kyle.
Hey, what's up, Ronnie?
Yeah.
Hey, man, I was just curious. You had mentioned earlier you joked about your last drink. Do you remember what it actually was, or even like the
It was a week of straight whiskey. It was a week of an Irish whiskey called Tullamore Dew. Because I don't drink the fucking Proddy whiskeys, okay?
More like Tullamore don't.
You know what? Now that I'm at the age where I think I could peacefully drink and take drugs without it becoming addictive,
I don't think that's how it works.
I yelled that out in a meeting last night and everyone agreed with you. And I said, that's because you're all losers. And I've found the perfect way.
I think you're doing these meetings correctly.
Crashing is coming up, everybody. The Crashing Unmasked. Go to the interrobang.com for a chance at free tickets. You'll be able to go see Mr. Judd Apatow, Mr. Pete Holmes, and some of their crashing friends at the Village Underground. It's free from your Gail Bennington show. That's Crashing with Judd Apatow and Pete Holmes. I already know my first fucking thing I'm going to say to him. Do you enjoy doing the Crashing show? And have you ever been on a plane and thought about the Crashing show and go, I'm pushing my luck? Freezer vodka? Freezer vodka?
Please.
Freezer vodka? Let's all have some freezer vodka.
Oh, my teeth.
Yeah.
It's too cold.
It's so cold you'll forget you're drunk. Freezer vodka. Where is he now, Earl?
He just texted me that he's on his way upstairs.
What is he, fucking walking up here? We have an elevator.
He would never make it if he wanted.
There should never be stairs mentioned with this
There's
place.
just going to be a fat man in a stairway
All
with
right,
pizzas
let's not
passed
fucking.
out.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
That's going to be the third F word. All right. That's the.
That one I can't break. I'm going to be honest.
That's the N word of fat people. That's what I say it.
That's why I feel like I can use it because I myself am fat.
And that fixes nothing. Okay.
Okay.
And I've said this to every minority. If you don't like the word, don't use it yourself, and you'll shame the other people into not using it. But now they're like, Jay-Z says it. Hi, Ma. Jay-Z says it, so I'm gonna say it too. You go right ahead, honey, because Jay-Z's the person who knows everything to say. Jay-Z. Thanks for nothing. In New York, concrete. Is that you? You love that song?
I loathe that song.
Thank you. Loathe it.
Oh my God, I love that.
It's the worst song about New York ever.
I agree with Earl. The only part
Disagree.
that's good is the singing part, not where he's saying that he's more famous than the fucking logo. What is he doing out there,
I
Earl?
believe he's getting the drinks as well, or maybe he's just.
He's
dilly
standing right outside the door.
Trying to balance it.
Oh my God, let me help him.
He doesn't know how.
No.
What are you doing? What are you doing carrying that like that?
You're putting this pizza at risk.
Tito, come on! You're gonna ruin the pizza.
You greasy Italian. What are you doing?
They're gonna slip right out of his greasy fingers.
I can't tell what the pizza is and what Vito is.
That's fucking racism.
That
dude.
is actually pretty fucked up, dude.
Thank God for Earl, though, huh, guys?
Yeah, Earl's the best.
Hey, Gail's brought us off.
It's not.
Ooh, it's fresh. Thank
Yeah. This Coca-Cola is so fresh.
Fresh Coca-Cola?
I took a BuzzFeed test to find out what kind of soda I'd be. Guess what?
What?
Coca-Cola.
Lucky.
Yeah, the way they figured it out was everything I'd order on my hamburger.
Very pretty.
Let me see.
Look at the beauty of this.
That's a pretty pizza.
It doesn't look like pizza, though. I don't know what those things are.
Looks like a kaleidoscope.
Looks like the Italian flag.
What's that? Green avocado? Because you're a hipster.
Oh, boo.
He's living the Brooklyn life. Let me see this one.
Grandma.
That's disgusting.
Oh,
What's the other one?
It's disgusting. Let me put this here, and then the other one looks like sausage.
I don't like how runny it is, Vito.
Ooh, sausage looks good. You're gonna like this.
Give me a snoss too on the side. Well, you call me an old traditional.
Chris, side of sausage.
Yes.
Vito, you weren't here for this, but what's your favorite adult cocktail? Chris is trying to grow up.
I prefer a mojito.
I don't want plants in my fucking
That's
drinks.
just like a sassy mom's cup.
No, what do you do? You have that with the side of cock?
I like a mojito, some nice little mint leaves, delicious rum, just a squeeze of lime juice.
I don't like mint and I don't want leaves in my drinks.
By the way, when I do a cock joke like that, I'm not being anti-gay, I'm being anti-woman.
Hey.
Earl, what kind of slice would you like?
I'm easy. Just give me a plain.
He is easy, our Earl.
Oh, he is.
He's easy like a Sunday morning.
It's also slutty.
I've come to realize I don't think of any of the summer cocktail adult cocktail. I almost think that it has to be a winter cocktail. Feels more adult. If it's loaded with ice and fruit, that's for children.
Yeah.
Cocktails are never for children. I hate to tell you this as a new mom, but no cocktails are good for children.
I don't know if this came up while I was gone, but the Aperol Spritz was the drink of this summer.
Was it? What's an Aperol Spritz?
It's
Aperol, dipshit.
Aperol, champagne.
Ooh.
Yeah, on ice.
I can't be drinking that all the time. I need more champagne and Aperol, everyone.
Now, here's the thing. Anything with champagne in it is fucking stupid.
You don't like a little bit of bubbly?
We run out of bubbles.
All right, easy, Chris. You don't fucking, with a full mouth, yell out nonsense. We ran out of bubbles, he yells.
Well, this one's good.
Which one's that?
The multicolored.
The MVP.
Oh, this is the MVP?
Yeah.
It's odd.
It's a tricolor pizza because you're using a regular marinara, vodka sauce, and then a pesto in a beautiful rainbow of 3 colors.
That's different. Different. When you're putting out a picture of your pizza?
I want to get the color right, but the light is just looking like a singular color.
Is that the iPhone?
Yeah, I10. Beautiful.
It is gorgeous. It's a gorgeous piece of pizza. It's art, really.
I'm going to take one more. I'm making a crazy face.
Chris, you still haven't bought a phone yet, right?
No, I'm still on an Android.
That's not good.
Let me see.
No one will see that. If you show him that, I'll kick you in the balls. I mean, you're terrible pizza.
Show him. I don't know what to do.
I don't want to say it. I'm tired that this thing turned into something so terrible. We should have been eating Popeyes right now.
I'm going to get you guys Popeyes. There's one on 40th, apparently. I thought it was only on 23rd.
Too late. I'm not going to want it tomorrow. I wanted it today.
But you got some delicious pizza, hopefully?
Is it?
Oh.
To me, it's too many colors, and Gail didn't like the picture of herself. She looked like a big, crazy pizza eater.
Wait, what was the other one? Show me the other one.
Put it on like nice plates and just send it to our Instagram. Like, make it look like you're a food photographer.
Okay.
Stop saying okay so many times. It makes me nervous. Hey, is tonight the Masked Singer?
It's tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. That Wednesday night.
Are you telling me tonight it's not Wednesday?
That's
Fuck.
You got the Masked Singer on Wednesdays. You got Titan Games on Thursdays.
What's that?
That's The Rock's new show where people battle each other.
Why would I want to watch that?
Does anyone watch Game of Games? Ellen's Game of Games?
No, I saw a promo where it looks fucking just people getting around and shit.
It's aggressive.
Yeah, I saw it in a cab. Like, they had a promo for it in a cab. And it's just three people in, like, giant suits, like giant fat suits, with, like, a camera right in their face. And she's asking them trivia questions. And if they got the trivia questions wrong, they get, like, thrown into the ground.
That wasn't Game of Games. That was Sandy Kenyon's Movie Minute.
What?
He fucked with you, didn't he?
Way off on that cab ride.
Hello. Hello, what's up?
Hey, classic cocktail for Chris.
Okay.
The Orange Whip.
And what's an orange whip?
It sounds like a child's drink.
You don't remember the drink from the Blues Brothers, the Orange Whip? Orange Whip? Orange Whip? 3 orange whips. It's, but you put an alcoholic twist on it. Orange juice, vodka, and whipped cream, and you just shake it up real good.
I can't be drinking whipped cream constantly.
It does. It disintegrates.
I have to stave off the diabetes as much as I can.
Come on now.
Not going to happen. I don't want an orange whip.
I think it'll look nicer against the blue. Like, move the, make this like a beautiful shot that would show up on the Thrillist website.
Oh.
You know, something gorgeous.
Yeah, plating.
Like on a list.
Plating is
3 slices of pizza to try before
we should be living our life like Carl Ruiz right now. And he's at the top of the game when it comes to everyone talking about the food business.
Yeah.
When he picked the New Jersey Cuban over the South Florida Cuban.
Enraged entire people.
Well, you would be surprised. You can't get a Cuban sandwich everywhere in Florida, just in the place where there's Cuban people. So you get it in Miami, and you get it in Tampa, but very little else in the state you get it. Isn't that weird when you think about it?
Yeah, I didn't realize that at all.
I remember there was a great one in Ybor City we used to go to, right? Like, wasn't there a really great Cuban place there?
And Ronnie Diaz's dad had a Cuban sandwich shop that he used to have here in New York.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, this is where Ronnie was born. Ronnie was born in Hell's Kitchen. His dad had a place over near 30 Rock. Maybe he even was a stand. I don't know. How's it all look? Beautiful?
Trying to get
it
like
looks
a
like
nice,
a galaxy of pizza.
Yeah, have it look fantastic.
like maybe all the pizza should be touching each other almost.
That's me. You got to remember, we're in a Me Too world right now.
Yeah, you don't want to make the pizza too erotic.
No, you're right.
But there is sexuality when they sell food, Chris.
Yeah.
That's why they say most food looks better covered in jizz.
It tastes
I don't know
too.
why, but this is making me hungry.
I'm quick to swallow this. How does that look, Vito? Perfect?
No.
No.
Look at. I'm telling you.
What is this dumb Italian doing wrong?
This angle like this, as opposed to direct on. Mm-hmm.
Look how bad Earl wishes he was doing this.
Mm-hmm. Earl is looking over his shoulder.
Earl, I'm in portrait mode.
It looks like the student has become the teacher. Right, Earl?
Which is always dangerous. I hate to bother you, but Chris needs a lot more food.
I'm going to get it for you.
I mean, I'm famished.
Chris, I'm going to take care of this.
Talking about cocktails.
What did you have first? The MVP?
I had the sausage.
Do you want...
I'll try the MVP. I'll see what everyone else is
Do you want
talking
me to
about.
dispose of this crust?
No, keep that crust for later. I don't want to waste the crust.
What are you keeping it for?
I'll just nosh on it later.
That's disgusting.
It's got grease in there, Ron. Like that.
Oh, okay.
Aged grease. I don't think I've ever had penne vodka sauce on pizza.
Come on, that's so not...
I don't think I have. Not lying.
What's this white thing here?
I don't have a button.
Okay.
It was kind of disgusting.
You know what it is? You need to replate them on clean plates.
Good fucking call.
Yeah. So that you don't have like sauce laying around.
Yeah.
I went for the classic pizza plate over the Sirius XM plates.
Classic pizza.
Mm-hmm.
You want to look like we're taking this thing seriously.
Yeah.
And when you're done and it's perfect, you can eat those.
Every
I've been
single
touching
one.
every single one. So
Just stack them on top of each other.
I ain't either.
Like if someone... it kind of bothers me if let's say I'm like, oh, should we split an appetizer? And someone tries to like pre-cut everything and or like, they're like, oh, I touched that. So if you want this one, no, I don't care.
Yeah.
No.
I'll shake your hand, kiss you on the mouth, don't I?
Yeah. I've eaten a stranger's ass before. I think I can split some appetizers.
Oh, sure. We've all been there.
I think this is it.
Do you feel good about it, Vito?
Wow, you did seem confident.
Whoa.
Let's see.
That's a big improvement. And I
Yeah,
have
it
to
is.
say, it's my replating.
It is.
Yeah, the replating work.
Plating is huge.
All right. Put it out there on Instagram.
Should I tag the location?
Yeah, sure, if you like to. Just put Tuesday Yummies.
Tuesday Yummies with the bends.
Yummies in our tummies.
Yeah, Yummies in our tummies.
This is going to be great for them.
Drop Tuesday. That's just stupid.
Okay, Yummies in our tummies with the bends.
I don't like making fun of my name.
No, it's just internet talk.
That's what the kids understand.
Uh-huh.
What kid?
Like the kids on Instagram. You know, they're all over that shit.
Fucking douche. It's on IG now, so why don't you catch up?
Oh, man.
Oh, come on. People still call it Instagram.
No.
No.
They don't call it the gram?
I don't think they ever did.
Oh, wow.
The crackers they call the gram. Chris, Earl, did you get food?
No, not yet.
Run in here and get some food for yourself.
Yeah. Rito, or do you want me to run it in?
No,
No.
Rito, I can do it. Please.
He could run in here. What the hell's going to happen?
I don't know. Does that post have to be... Yeah,
You'll be fine
I've
if
never
you run
seen that unmanned. It feels crazy.
A lot of shows run the whole show unmanned like that. Well,
I was just approving what we just said because I almost forgot for a second.
What is it?
Yummy in our tummies with the bends.
I think Yummies.
Yummy.
You wanted to fucking...
Yeah.
Yummies
Rhyme.
because it's multiple pizzas.
Yeah, Yummies in...
multiple tummies.
You're alone.
Yummies in our tummies with the bends. I think this is going to catch on.
I was just tearing that pie apart.
Earl, there's a stray cat that got into the other studio. How'd you leave it unmanned?
Clawing at the board.
How'd you leave it unmanned?
There's squatters in there.
Chris, I know what that's fucking slang for. He's disgusting.
You know what? I love the MVP. I love it.
Yeah, you know me.
All right, it's up. So go to Bennington SXM to see the yummies
On the IG.
on the IG page.
I mean, that's beautiful. I'm going to be honest. That was a huge improvement on what you're doing.
You did your move over here with the plates. I put it on portrait mode.
I don't know. I don't think I'd want it. Did you give out the name of the place?
Yeah, I tagged them.
What'd they say?
They didn't say anything yet.
That's odd.
Shouldn't they be interested in
It's been up for 14
tummies
seconds.
they're putting their yummies in? I mean, these noms are fucking not going.
Shit, should we have said knobs?
I'm so fucking bad.
Damn it.
Let's just shoot the next shot. Just have bare guts. I said, this is where the knobs.
Chris, let me wipe each of the colored salsas across your belly.
God, that looked fantastic.
Chris, would you ever do a body painting?
I've never thought about it before right now.
He's into
You didn't. I thought of it and I asked you.
A painting of the body or on the body?
A painting of a body on my body. Yeah, it's like a ripped dude.
I got a better body.
Look, Chris is into a lot of S&M, so it might fucking be a perfect time to tie it in.
No, I don't think I would. Face painting, that sounds fun.
Why not belly painting?
Yeah.
You could be one of those things, then you're bouncing your belly. It looks like a guy's whistling. Everybody loves that. You'd be big in France.
Maybe we could get a henna artist in here because that doesn't last forever, you know. Like a couple weeks.
It lasts for that's how long it lasts.
Like 2 weeks.
You're
At
thinking
least.
about like lick tattoos.
He's thinking of hentai.
And I love that. Lasts forever.
Get hentai on your belly.
And this is a tentacle porn right here. See that? My belly button? That's the butt.
That's gross.
I'm gonna fucking choke over here.
Nobody wants to think about your bukkake belly.
Stop it. I could have choked out on both those jokes. Chris, why don't you plug the big unmasked? Thank you.
Will do. Crown Unmasked. That's Unmasked with Judd Apatow and Pete Holmes and the
You
cast.
say it so much better than me.
Judd Apatow, Pete Holmes and the cast of Crashing.
Why are you angry, Chris?
Oh, I'm not. That's happening next Tuesday, January 15th, 4 p.m. at the Village Underground in New York City. You go to the interrobang.com for a chance at free tickets. That's Unmasked with Judd Apatow, Pete Holmes, and the cast of Crashing. Their new season starts next week.
You know what I want to do with the whole crew is a ski vacation.
Okay.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I've never gone skiing.
Ever?
What?
Never.
Never, neither. I've just hurt myself.
Never, neither either.
Dude, no, I was doing it. It
Yeah.
scared me a little bit.
Well, I know. Chris, the only problem is before you get on the ski lift, they weigh you.
I feel like that's fat shaming on their part.
This is intense laughing and eating.
Yeah.
You don't want to have the ha-has with the noms. You know what I mean?
That's true.
I went on a water slide where they weighed you before you got onto the slide. It was a few years ago, so I made it, but I would never go back to that water slide because I was in good shape and I was teetering on the edge.
Did you see this commercial run during the football games? This fucking cruise line has bought an island and turned it into a water park.
Did not see that.
What's the big famous cruise line?
Norwegian, Royal Caribbean.
I think it's Royal Caribbean. Ran during the football games the other day.
It's Royal Caribbean. I'm trying the commercial.
Well, just find the pictures.
Yeah, I want to see it.
We just want to see the island,
It
Chris.
seems wrong. God's green earth for this.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it really does look like a fucking Legoland. It's so stupid.
Is that one of those zip lines above it? Those
Yeah.
looks fucking dangerous.
Everything about being on a cruise enough is fucking dangerous.
They call it Sex Island. They call it Fuck Mountain.
You going to fuck now? Look at this crazy fucking island.
Look at that zip line. That's above the hard land.
All zip lines are.
No, but it's not above water. There's no
Do me a
net under
favor.
it.
Stop being afraid of a zip line. You're a fucking adult.
Also, you could just say land. Not necessary to specify hard.
I just want to let everybody know it wasn't just a pool. Fall into a pool, I'm fine. I mean, I'm more scared for the people below me.
Below you.
Yeah, this seems like a den of sin.
Anything with a wave pool is pretty lame.
You only like a wave pool?
I do like a wave pool. I don't know why I fucking took that stance.
There's so much pressure to be edgy these days, and I get
they make the wave pool where you can surf in them now.
Yeah.
Oh man, Juliet is like, this is the funniest fucking thing. I watched this 800 times last night. So she's still trying to figure out crawling, and she could be like in a bad mood about it because she wants to crawl so bad, or it can just be like, oh, is this how my body moves, right? So she's going, what the fuck?
I caught it.
We're trying to do a show here, and the whole entire pizza falls on the floor. You know, it's a little hard to eat around so much vaping. So anyway, she's trying to figure out how to crawl, and then for no reason, she just goes on her belly and pulls her arms up and her legs. Like, maybe I'll just slide there. And I'm like, where would she even see this? But it's the perfect body fucking surf thing.
Yeah, she was like convinced that she could just do a heel move.
She realized pretty quickly that it was a dumb idea, but it's so funny. I'll show you, Vito, because Chris doesn't care for children.
He doesn't. Not even my child.
Oh, I love.
I thought that you would love.
Oh.
I do.
Would you babysit her then?
I mean, if I guess I would have to be like the last option for the babysitter, but if I had
No, as a fun thing, not. Somebody need to go out drinking. Who's going to watch this baby?
As long as you try everybody else before you come to me. Is a weird thing to say.
It is. It's terrible.
I don't think I'm qualified.
No, you're more than qualified, man.
Thanks, Vito.
Were you ever a baby?
All right, come on over here, Vito. Take a look at this. First of all, how adorable that she's just going from left to right.
She thinks that if she can sway back, the momentum will carry her across the floor.
It's so damn cute. She's just trying to figure it out. And then this just occurs to her like out of nowhere. Oh, I can just body surf there.
It's all the right movements.
Yeah, it's all the right movements. She's look at her. Who would do that? Adorable.
It's also like it looked like a perfect army crawl without the the momentum.
Yeah, well, she doesn't. It's not that she couldn't do it already. And by the way, her motor skills are above. Okay,
Yeah, they are advanced. Not
you
a
know.
doctor said that.
Yeah,
by
a
the way.
doctor
Not
said
just
that.
me.
Which is a PhD. But she hasn't figured it out. That's the only thing. Like, she's never watched a movie with an army crawl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No. They say go put your arm behind the feet and all that. What do you want her doing? Crawling all over the fucking house?
I know. It's actually making me nervous because I feel like she's getting too close. It's terrifying. And I got to baby-proof my whole house.
You just dropped a pizza.
I think the scariest thing about a baby to me is just losing track of it.
That would be scary.
Thanks, Chris. We're on the same page.
Yeah, we all realize that.
I don't want to step like I get afraid when there's little dogs around. And just a crawling baby, I don't want to step on.
You can't even do yourself, can you?
No, most of the time. I'm lucky my feet are a size 16.
You should just go be a bodyguard at a club.
No, I feel like there's not a big market for white bodyguards in New York City. White bouncers.
I know
You're
one.
a large man. You do?
I do.
Okay.
Like a white bouncer? Is that what you mean? Yeah.
I barely see any.
I know him.
He's right. The enormous black guy is the New York look.
I agree. It's more popular.
Yeah.
But I know one.
By the way, they're also the friendliest people in town. Like, they're not assholes like the movie Bodyguard.
Yeah.
They're just like, you have to hug them.
White bouncers always feel like they have something to prove, and they're fucking rude. And in college, I remember 2 different ones tried to sell me my fake ID back. Black bouncers, delightful.
I think it's into a race issue, and it doesn't need to
You're
be.
anti-white.
Yeah. Which I get. Well, this could have been Popeyes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Isn't that fucking clown island insane?
It's really weird. I find it to be a little unsettling.
Look at the cruise ship itself. That's unsettling. It's like a fucking government housing just floating into the ocean.
I find them really scary. And when you're really close to one, which I realize I'm probably saying that to people who've been on one,
Yeah.
but I've not been on one. So when I've been in close proximity to one, I find them really unsettling. And
Oh, yeah, they're gigantic.
The week you get off of them, because I've taken a few, you like you're walking around like you're still on the boat, kind of, and you'll take steps where you feel like you're still moving.
No, I don't like
When
that.
you leave right out of New York?
Yeah, I leave from Midtown.
What's it cost you?
I haven't done it since I was a kid, so I think it cost my mom probably like $800 a person.
For a week?
For a week.
That isn't steep. It's fucking week's lodging.
week
week lodging. You get unlimited food, unlimited drinks. You go to an island. Sometimes
Unlimited island. The island they went to was Long Island. A little bit of a disappointment.
Did you see the cruise ship with the go-kart track on it?
No.
That one looks. I wouldn't even want a go-kart on a cruise.
To me, even the best ones look ghetto. It looks like fucking hip hop should have been born there. Clockers is all I say every time I'm looking at a cruise ship. And the inside of it, where all those things are down on a pool, disgusting.
Ew, look at this go-kart on the cruise ship. That looks gross.
Yeah. Kids are flying off into the ocean.
Yeah, that looks gross to me.
And a lot of people kill their wives or husbands on these things too.
Here's what happens.
No, on the cruise ships.
Here's why. You have your own little balcony, right? And it's like a 50-yard fucking drop into the icy Atlantic, which is also, you're being sucked under the ship. So the chances of them surviving it, so you give them a fucking love, you wait 15 minutes, then you go, has anybody seen my wife and or husband? We'll be right back. Look, 2020. Dateline.
So it's kind of the perfect crime.
Yeah, I guess it is the perfect fucking crime.
I mean, people get suspected, like, oh
Well,
man, you killed that.
Yeah, but here's the thing: a lot of people are drunk and fall off too.
Yeah. It's not always.
So here, I mean, who's to say? You put me on the jury, and I'm gonna let the fucker walk. I don't know for a fact.
No, you can't convict.
Shadow of a doubt? No.
Yeah.
Very few times I think I could say shadow of a doubt anyway.
Anyway,
Shadow of a doubt?
Yeah,
That's
I do have a shadow of a doubt right now. Look, you put me on the jury, and I'm gonna fucking say I find them innocent, no matter what the crime is. I don't like the idea of the state of New York versus Vito Calise. Well, that's not a fucking fair fight, is it? That idiot didn't. He killed somebody. So what? Look
Even
at
if
him. He's
you're
Italian.
presented with facts, you're just like, what is real? This
If
is real.
I'm the jury,
Real.
yeah. If I'm the jury, I'm gonna say to the DA, I go, just fucking don't even bother. I'm going straight innocent on this kid.
For a hung jury as of right now.
When I saw Frank go in the other day, I immediately was like, I feel bad for him. I saw his eyes darting around. I'm like, here's a guy who's been free his whole life, and now what is he, 61 or whatever?
Yeah.
And he has to look down the barrel of this shit. He should be out there grabbing cock and assholes.
Enjoying himself.
Now he's going to be living the escape from Dannemora.
Don't worry, I'll adapt. I'm a survivor, and you know this. That's why you love me so much. Poor bastard. Poor, sick, fucking toupee-wearing bastard.
I think he makes a comeback like in 10 years.
Why wouldn't he? What's that got to do with anything?
He still goes like he
It's
goes
the
to
trouble
jail.
now.
Yeah.
Now's the time of the troubles. Everybody gets forgiven if you wait long enough. That's their problem with Louis C.K. They want him to go fucking lay under something for fucking 3 or 4 years, and then they can go, I'm so nice, I brought him back. First of all, it isn't up to you fucking people whether he goes away or stays back. Just because you're vulture? I bet that guy never comes back now, because the first time ever I gave him a little bit of,
Mm-hmm.
and they've only fucking cranked it up worse since then.
Yeah. It's every week now.
It's every joke. Earl went through this with Bill Cosby. He told me Bill Cosby is 100% innocent, and I
You
believe
think
Earl.
he is?
He says he's as innocent as OJ.
No, did not say that.
That makes sense to me.
You know what? It was the fucking 70s. It was the 80s and 90s. People used to love to eat dope. You know?
Yeah, if
They
you're
give them a little treat.
Yeah, if you're offered it and you say, yeah, sure, why not?
I always say, surprise me. That's my favorite thing. Oh, I go, wait, am I tripping? Thank you. Surprise. Vito, you're not even eating today.
No, I'm eating
the star stuff.
I had the MVP, and I'm eating the. I prefer the sausage and pepperoni one.
You know what? I didn't even go for it because I was enjoying the MVP so much. Why am I struggling with that? MVP.
You know why? Did you have a little Coke?
I didn't.
If I have a little bit of Coke, I'd fucking fuck with my words.
Wish I could blame it on something.
You just had seltzer. I've been drinking a lot of homemade seltzer.
Oh, are you enjoying your...
Loving my soda stream. The nicest thing Chris has ever done for me.
Well, why not just say a wonderful thing without...
Yeah. No, I just mean it's literally the nicest thing Chris has
Name
done.
one other nice thing he's done. Thank you. That's why that was insulting.
I'm looking at the Instagram right now. A lot of people mentioning my replay. Replay is key. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that would be as big a hit as it turned out to be.
People love food on Instagram.
But doesn't it look like it's pizzas in space?
Yeah, it does.
Space pizza, space noms.
We basically have a foodstagram now. It's pretty cool.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah, food sties.
Somebody wrote fucking stupid, amazing radio. That's hurtful. I want to get back to the Gail who was going to kick in the balls. Should try Popeye. The plural of yummies is not tummies. It is IES, not YI. They're right.
God damn it.
How'd you fuck that up?
Tummy spelled because it's TUMMY.
Yeah, then you take the Y and turn it IES.
But yummy is. I was trying to write.
But that's spelled with the IES too.
I thought yummy was.
No. Yummy is the plural. You go IES.
We're having yummies.
It looked silly when I was putting it up there. In hindsight, can't edit it now.
Gail's replaying the point. It does look yummy. My
mom mocked me for the soda stream.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I got to tell you this, dudes.
Oh no.
I don't know who put this up, but perfect cocktail. Look how it was cut off on the radio.
Oh God, no.
Perfect cock.
Chris needs a perfect cock. Call in and tell us what kind of perfect cock Chris can get.
No. Oh no.
That's a yummies for his tummies. You just have to end up taking an Alcra so you don't get us in any kind of trouble.
Just tell me about cock.
I ain't telling about.
Give it to me then.
Oh boy. Here he goes. Ooh, 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 ooh. I think we're going to break here, girls. Coming up a little bit, Chris, we got a guest.
Yes, Mr. Neil Brennan is stopping by.
And for him?
And he's part of the Netflix's Comedians of the World, which is available now on Netflix. Comedians of the World features 47 comedians from 13 regions of the world. Neil's representing the United States.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, this says, I'm going to look into this. There's a lot of new rock t-shirts coming out. This one says, some of us grew up listening to AC/DC. The cool ones still do. I'm going to get that for Jim Florentine.
Who's gonna love it?
And Luke.
Well, no, I'm fucking money, Chris. Is that it? Well, you better start a Kickstarter because I'm a fucking... look, Largo in Los Angeles celebrating Bowie.
Nice.
Black Star, I still can't listen to it. I think I would end up... Oh. I mean, you could put up a thing of a fat person trying to sneak into the subway. Quite frankly,
You know what?
it's
I
pretty
guarantee
embarrassing.
you, Chris is gonna love that video. He's really
That
good
is
to-
Chris.
Oh my God, that wiggle!
Yeah, the wiggle's hilarious. And then literally, just the whole fucking ass is out by the time we get back.
I've never seen so much crack.
Oh, that's because you weren't around in the 80s.
Vito, why'd you try to hide my phone under here?
Good one, Vito.
You're a thief,
Fucked
Vito.
up.
You Italian robber.
Dude, don't bring up what his fucking nationality is. That greasy fucker on that cutting your throat. You guys will choke people with like piano wire, right?
Yeah, piano wire. That wire you use to cut clay. Guess what we call clay wire.
Why piano wire? It's just because you can't break it. Super
It's strong. You just want a strong thing that the.
What about a fisherman's line?
Is that strong?
Yeah.
I've never been fishing.
Now, Chris, you had something about the personal pan pizza today, right?
All right, yeah, so...
But why wouldn't you bring that up during the hour that we've been eating pizza? What's that fucking...
I forgot.
You're the producer of the show.
Yes, I
The
am.
executive producer.
Yes.
Is probably the reason why Vito got pizza today to try to tie in.
Yeah,
he didn't know the Popeyes.
With this delightful story I saw you sent to everybody yesterday.
So a mathematician online figured out that there's more pizza in a 18-inch regular pie than 2 personal pans.
No kidding.
I would have thought there was more pizza in 2 personal
Well,
pans.
how many inches are we talking?
12-inch personal pan is 12 inches.
What about squares? We got squares.
No, there's no squares. It's just circular pizzas, regular pizza.
We got squares.
Just circular. Look, here's the thing.
Not unless
you
you
don't
think round's
get
funny.
2 personal pizzas because you want more. You want it because you don't want leftover. You don't want to waste. You want a personal pizza.
Yeah, and sometimes
small amount.
You got multiple people, different toppings.
Right.
See, there was I think Domino's had a thing where it's like 2 personal pan pizzas for $5 each. I would do that at the time instead of getting like a whole pizza because I thought there'd be more pizza with the personal pan.
You're the only fucking human that ever said that. Well, as a matter of fact, anybody who's ever been to math class, they go and show you how the variations change.
Now, I would assume more surface area of crust, but that's not necessarily what you want.
No, there's
correct?
more. You mean in personal pan?
Yeah, more surface area of crust.
Yeah, they're talking
But
about
that's-
the
yeah.
edible pizza.
Yeah, you're gonna
But
get
you don't.
less.
You do that. You get the personal pan pizza. So you could have the toppings you want. Like, look at Earl. Earl only wants anchovies.
That's him.
You know, and I'm like, we're not getting anchovies, Earl. So I have to buy him a little personal for himself. He can have it a special way. But I don't think, oh man, thanks to that, Earl's getting more pizza.
I would have thought there's more pizza if you get 2 personal pans versus the 18-inch. I didn't do the math.
There's a reason, Chris, that measurement isn't thought. That a carpenter will measure twice, cut once.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's what I always say.
There's ways to do this. You don't just have to do it on your gut feeling.
My tummy was wrong.
He doesn't want to have a discussion. We could be going back and forth enjoying this, and he's just going, oh man, did I do something stupid? Let me get out as quick as I can. Let's clean up a little bit, but have some nice pizza for Neil Brennan. This is Bennington.
Welcome back to Bennington. Neil Brennan's in studio. What?
Neil, buddy.
What?
I'm here.
Neil is representing the United States.
Yes.
Netflix's comedian.
Thank you for your
I
service.
just want to do our country proud, guys.
That's in Netflix's Comedians of the World. It's available now on Netflix and on Twitter at Neil Brennan.
Good to see you, buddy.
You as well.
Congratulations.
Thank you,
I saw
thank you.
this. Very, very funny stuff.
Thank you.
Very edgy. Staying there on the
Yeah.
edge.
That's where it's interesting,
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, I wanted to talk about Me Too shit, and I'm sorry, can I can curse,
Yes.
right? And I just didn't want to pander and get a bunch of applause and and I think that it's like that's
right.
It feels like comedy's like a ideological pep rally or something.
Yeah.
Or like a march now. And I'm just trying to not be that.
Well, you can be pro-Trump in the middle of the country, be anti-Trump on the edge of the country. It's
Right.
It's a way to read the room.
Yeah. I actually don't I'm weird. I'm always anti-Trump. Just a weird. No, but people tried to People are like, well, you opened with Trump jokes. What a hack. I'm like, name a comedian who doesn't do Trump. Like, name a great comedian who's never done a political or Trump joke.
We've got every news station up, and it's just Trump. And there's never been.
Don't talk about it.
There's never
It's
been another
hacky.
time in life that's only been one guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've talked about a lot of different things, but
Don't talk about 9/11. Why not? Like, just people have these arbitrary things. It hurts people's feelings when you point stuff out about somebody they like, but I don't know. What do you want me to do?
what are you going to do?
Yeah.
That's
the
the time
thoughts
we live
occurred
in.
to me. I said them out loud. People laughed. I keep saying them. Like, that's pretty much the ethos. I mean, again, I'm not going to say just anything, but that's kind of the point.
I saw you on Seth last night too, and I thought that was funny, where you guys were just reminiscing about how long you've known each other.
Yeah, I've known him a long time. Yeah. Since 2002.
You guys were pretty much babies.
Yeah.
When you look at it, there's, you brought up Mulaney and Seth, and you're like, oh fuck! It seems like people make it at a different age, but then you see that, and you're like, oh, this whole group came up together.
I remember Mulaney was an intern at Comedy Central when we were doing Chappelle Show. Like, I remember someone going like, hey, there's this kid, John Mulaney, who you'll like. And he'd like barely started doing stand up. So yeah, like I've known Mulaney for 13, 14 years.
He always seems like one of those guys that, he's funny, but he also outworks everyone around him. Like,
yeah, the thing, Mulaney has some real inherent gifts, which is he's got a photographic memory that helps. Not for everything, but he can just his recall. He's one of the few guys. When I speak to him, I'm a little nervous.
Really?
And like I talk to him all the time, but I'm always like, "Hey Neil, bring your A game."
Yeah,
When
right.
I'm just texting him. If I misspell something, I correct it before I send it.
Before the ball busting starts?
But I don't. It's not. He wouldn't even bust my balls. He would just. I think he would just note it. And then I'd worry about it being held against me in some way. But yeah, like he went to Georgetown. Like his parents are big lawyers. Like he's just got a good brain.
Yeah. Well, that's the same thing with him and Nick getting together and then going to Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, but they, from that part of New York, you know what I mean, where that isn't that freaky. You know
Going
what I mean?
to Broadway?
Yeah,
it's like a natural.
Right.
Like, why not? Why not have that seems like but it wasn't even the Broadway audience that I think the Broadway audience liked him and they did enough jokes about it that it was like, it was palatable to Broadway people, but it was more a lot of young people.
Yeah.
Like Mulaney kills with colleges.
Yeah.
Kills. Probably the most popular college comedian.
All my
in the
guys
world.
saw that off Broadway and on Broadway, and they went crazy for it. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, I saw it too. It was so good.
And then I saw it on Netflix, and I've had like a totally different experience. Like this isn't the same show. I turned it off 5 minutes in.
I can neither confirm nor deny that I did the same thing. Because TV degrades. First of all, if you've already seen something, seeing it on TV is never better. You're not gonna, unless it's like football and you have bad seats.
Yeah.
It's like you ever go to Saturday Night Live? The music live is unbelievably good. And then you watch it on TV and you're like, I wish it would end.
Yeah.
I just want it to be over.
Here's what happened. You see it, right? And I've been there to see like The Dress and like driven home and like been calling people like, make sure you fucking watch tonight. It's so, the energy's through the roof.
Yeah.
And then it's just a TV show after that.
Yeah.
But when you're in there,
you can
you're
feel
like,
the bass in your
oh
stomach.
my
And
God, Radiohead is here. And look who walked out. Steve, it's so fucking great.
I actually went to the rehearsal and then watched the live show that night and thought like, we were a way better audience. And I don't actually know if that's true.
Yeah.
It's just maybe the way it came off. But I was like, they're not laughing like we're laughing. And I thought like the audience went crazy for the music. And
that happens a lot though.
Yeah.
They have like where the dress will be too good or the dress was a little dead and then it'll come up after dress. Like there's like terms for it at the show. Like that they just are used to different audiences. But that happens all the time. I watch SNL and go like, oh, that's a bad crowd.
Yeah. Stand up is a filter too. There's nothing like live stand up.
Yes, but I think stand up transfers better because especially if you have ideas Meaning ideas. That's why I think like the best specials like ever are like Chris's Bring the Pain or Dave's Killing Them Softly, like things where, or Patrice's Elephant in the Room, like a lot of Burr specials, a lot of Tasha specials, a lot of Jim Jeffries specials, Sarah specials, because there's ideas behind them. It's not just like, oh, he's got so much charisma. Charisma helps, but like ideas are the thing that make people go, oh, then when you can make people think differently about
And
stuff.
you're always about writing first, right? Writing.
Yeah, I mean, I lay down on stage and I just recite my jokes as I've written them. No, but I had to get better at performing. I had to like make it. That's actually the thing I don't love about the Comedians of the World is the stage is like confined, so I can't really move.
And it's the same stage for everyone.
Everybody, yeah. So we're all a little confined. Yeah. Which I actually like it's called a lip. The stage like that, like it looks good because you can shoot through the crowd, but like as a performer, it's not the best way to perform.
No.
But look, I'm not. Look, I take nothing away from Netflix. They're a wonderful platform, and I'm grateful to be there.
The last platform.
Yeah, exactly. So that's. But writing's like that's the. I don't go like I'll sell it. I'm not charismatic enough. Like there, I can't sell, and I don't think that it. I know comics who are so charismatic, and they get more and more and more popular, and then their jokes start stinking, but they can sell them because they're so charismatic, and now they're famous and charismatic, and you can say like close to nothing.
Yeah, because
And it
that's
works.
like being with your family.
Yes.
After a while.
Yes. They just they're predisposed to like you.
You know, it's so funny when there's so many guys that I've talked to and they, my material. But Dice is the only person I ever talked to that worked from the outside in. Like he wanted to have the Dice character before any jokes. He wasn't interested and he thought that would come. And I'm thinking, I've never heard of anybody he wanted the coat, he wanted the look, and he said he used to just go up there and stare at the audience when he first started.
What's funny is now the audience just stares at him. Folks. No, I saw Dice 6 months ago, and he's like, his jokes are deceptively good.
Yeah.
Like he's really funny. Like I was watching him with somebody who didn't like him. And I go, do you think Dice is funny? And he's like, no. And then he did a joke and he's like, that was funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
Like he's funny. Like he's a funny dude.
Yeah, he is.
Like he's becoming more of a, like he's more and more out of step now than he was. I mean, he was out of step when he was at his height of his popularity. So like now it's like, wait, what? What do you think women should be doing? I don't know, Dice.
Neil Brennan, he's part of Netflix's Comedians of the World. That's available now on Netflix, and follow him on Twitter at Neil Brennan.
And I also got my 3. Did we go on a break? Or are we still talking?
No.
Oh, that's just an ID. I also got 3 mics on Netflix, which is the special I did like a year that came out 2 years ago.
Yeah. And that was kind of a groundbreaker too, right? Because nobody had thought of.
Yeah, nobody had really thought of making it more personal in a way that was like kind of not that funny. Like just going like, yeah, I'll do jokes, but like I cordoned it off so you knew what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
Like here, you're probably not going to laugh. Here you'll laugh. Here you'll really laugh. And yeah, so it worked out. Like people liked it. And it's funny, like the amount of people that are seeing the Comedians of the World and going like, and then going back and watching 3 months, which is cool.
Yeah. Actually, Netflix is probably bigger now than when that special came out.
Yeah, it gets
right?
bigger all the time.
Yeah.
And subscribers, and also if you don't, you guys probably watch most specials that come out, like just because you're curious and you have to. Most people, they just like brand names, you know what I mean? They just go like, I know him, I saw him on that, I know him from that show, I'll watch that. Where if it's a guy never heard of, and you're like, what is this guy, British? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want it. I don't want this guy.
Yeah.
So so it's good to get like that's kind of why I did the Comedians of the World thing, where it was like people will see it as like a step back, but I saw it as like, let me just get people like more. Just I think it's smart to do it Chris Rock said one time that we were talking about selling a website, special on your website, and he said like so many people watch me on HBO who did not like me. And they would HBO was like, it was a captive audience. So you get home, nothing on. Who's this guy? Someone's saying live. I don't like him. I'll watch him for 3 minutes. And they're like, oh, this dude's really funny. Whereas if you sell on a website, you don't get any new fans.
Nothing.
It's only people who know
like
you. So I feel like with this, it's almost worthwhile every so often to just go like, hey, here's a little primer for who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a little like sampler. And if you want to watch my earlier serious work, feel free to go back. If you want to not laugh, have I got something for you? So that was the sort of thought behind doing it, the half-hour thing, because people were trying to like make fun of us for doing half hours. But
gentlemen, you must excuse me. I have to go pump.
I was wondering why you were pacing.
Yes.
I was like, is this lady gonna?
You have that effect on me.
Is this lady gonna take a swing at me?
Go pump. Bump it up.
Oh, you pump in the room, or you?
No. We have a pumping station.
You pump
here.
on the air.
Yeah.
They have to now. It's New. I think it's.
It's in New York. Yeah.
If you have like employees over a certain amount, you have to have a designated.
When she brings the baby in, she, is in the room, but for pumping. Pumping is a totally different situation.
It's a little bit more challenging. Breastfeeding, I'm totally comfortable doing in front of anyone. Pumping is like weird machinery sucking on my boobs. It's a strange thing.
Yeah. It's
a Guns N' Roses cover. It's
So that's kind of what I've been doing.
Well, I think it's so weird that, and you brought up this thing about Netflix is now in the last few years, comedy has really gone international where it never was.
Yeah.
For years that you could really travel. It was only Tom Rhodes was the only person. It was, I'm in Sri Lanka now. You're like, that seems like a bad idea, Tom. But now, everyone's out there.
Yeah, I did Bangkok last week.
Yeah.
I was just there for vacation, but like the cool thing is because of Netflix, like this year I did a show in Santiago, Chile.
Mm-hmm.
I did a show in me and Chappelle did shows in London, Paris, and Berlin. People really came for me. They were happy to see Dave.
Yeah. Who closed that show?
I don't know. We would flip a coin. It was tails, Dave, heads, Dave, and then Hong Kong, and people come, and they're so grateful you're there, and the jokes work.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of expats who are like so thankful you're there. It's like visiting a prisoner or something. We're like, what's it like in the outside? Like they're just geeked that you thought to come there.
Right.
And their first question is like, what are you doing here? And you're like, I don't know, it's here. Like there's a play. There's like, how bad is it?
Yeah.
You guys got to get some self-esteem.
People in Iowa will feel the same way though. They're always like, I can't.
No, they're right. They're right. to go.
They're right.
But Berlin is a major London, Paris, Berlin, Santiago, Chile, Hong Kong, and Bangkok. Like those are all. But it's so fun, man. It's so interesting.
I think Burr is doing a big tour through Germany. And like you would not think that there's enough English speaking or they would get. There was always that thing of they're not going to try to get our stuff. But now everyone's watching the same movies.
Yeah.
They're watching the same TV. I watch foreign TV all the time because of Netflix.
Yeah. And that's what are your foreign shows?
I never remember the name of them, but they're always some kind of detective shows. You know what I mean? And I'm like, well, this is pretty similar. You know what I mean?
Crime is crime.
Yeah, crime is crime, and we're trying to find the bad person. And you come back, he's having trouble with his wife.
They dust for fingerprints. They don't put chocolate on it. There's not. It's all the same basic process.
Yeah.
There's nothing like foreign or European.
But the same thing, you could say the same thing about like any kind of family comedy or a rom-com, like people
It's
are
all
people.
there's all.
Yeah.
It's like politics. It's the problems are corruption,
Mm-hmm.
family. The problem is envy, jealousy, proximity, gender. It's all. It's not
Yes.
like anyone's going to be like here. It's different. There's all the human systems are all basically the same. And now, sadly, there are times where I was in Hong Kong and it was like I might as well been in Miami.
Really, really true.
I mean,
right?
like, it's sad to say, but that's the globalization. You just go like same exact stores, same exact they're all in the same neighborhood. They're all like
it's true. And
next
so
to each other.
I always do like, okay, so this is the Soho section of this town. Oh, now we moved into the village
Correct.
of the town because they'll have their funky part. They'll have their big brands that they're like edgy. You're just like not sure if this
There's
is
St.
good.
Mark's area where they sell the
Yeah.
T-shirts with Zach Galifianakis and the Hangover. And this is a solar panel for a sex machine. All the funny T-shirts.
Yeah.
But it is a little disappointing. When we were in Paris, when me and Chappelle were doing shows in Paris, the Neil Brennan show featuring Dave Chappelle, it was like snowy, and it was like a year ago. And Dave made the observation. He's like, it's sad to say this, but the third city on a tour might as well be Milwaukee. And we were in Paris.
Yeah.
But it's like, we've just been like, haven't been home in a week and a half. And it's just like, yeah, okay, that's nice.
You find yourself staying in the hotel room.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
Yep. Like you do stuff, but when it's snowing and this is like, okay.
Yeah.
It's not like glamorous or
Right.
It doesn't feel like regal or international.
And even like finding food, you're not going to go looking for food the same way you would if you were on your vacation. You're not going to have some beautiful meal.
No, you don't have time.
Yeah.
It's like, it's near the venue.
Right.
They have falafel. It's also, you're playing defense. You're playing diarrhea defense where you're like, all right, what can I get that's safe?
Right.
That's like, that maybe if you're on vacation, you're free to get diarrhea.
What's really funny is the younger comics never worry about that. And I was down at this thing and there was just sandwiches that were like shrimp, lobster, and it was only the younger guys were eating the hell out of it. And everyone over 35 is like, no.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
no,
wait.
thank you. I've learned that lesson the hard way. So that's the thing about Netflix is it is and there's apparently, I haven't watched all of the international comics. I've just watched the Americans but people have sent me clips from other people and they're funny. Like they're not, it's also like a new thing for them.
This type of comedy, yes.
Stand-up comedy is a new thing for most of the world.
Yeah.
Like and we are like the sort of best at it. Obviously, we've been doing it the longest.
Right.
And
it's like basketball with us.
Yeah, or hip hop or whatever. It's like, but they're good. Like they're good and they're getting better.
Yeah. But they're going to improve at a rate that we won't be. You know what I mean? They're going to be steep curve up, and we're going to do our gradual.
Yeah, but also a lot of the countries, if you talk too much, you will get murdered by the king.
Oh,
so you can only, do like Dubai. I've heard there's like regulations. Jimmy Carr said he was doing a show in Thailand, and he was a king and I joke, and they were like, no, you'll be murdered. You will be sentenced to death if you make fun of the king. Like there's a law.
Great branding, though, right? You were the comic that got killed. They're always going to remember that guy.
Your plays are going to go, your views are going to go through the roof. All right, an RIP thing in, forget it.
Neil Brennan's in studio. He's part of Netflix's Comedians of the World. It's available now on Netflix, and his most recent special, 3 Mics, is also available right now on Netflix.
There we go. He's updated the
he has. He's moving ahead.
This kid's really learning. He's growing like a European comic.
I think it's going to be music come in and maybe some sound effects as we're going along.
I would love that.
It really ends up sounding like a big, gigantic gotta do it thing. Gotta be there.
Let's go to Netflix.
You brought up that you were doing something with Ellen. Is that going to happen? Or
it's her special.
That was her special.
Yeah. And
that was her first one in like a million years.
Yeah, 15 years.
Yeah. I thought it was even longer than 15.
No, it was 15.
Yeah.
Maybe you didn't watch some of them, but it was 15. Like, Yeah, she saw Three Mics and really liked it and was like, help me with mine. And it was cool getting to know her. Like, I didn't know her at all. Like, I was just a fan, but I never really watched the talk show just because it's like not like it's for me.
Yeah.
And but I loved her stand up. And
well, Ellen coming up in the 80s, unbelievable.
Killer.
She's so good. She's so smart. I remember when she did the Tonight Show and Johnny was just, blown away.
Yeah, she's a killer. The thing about her is like she would do crowd work at the end. She would just do Q&A. And the one that's in the special is like decent.
Yeah.
But I saw her do crowd work where I was like, geez, like this lady's hilarious. Like the funniest thing she could have said 6 times in a row, like boom, boom, like a laser.
Yeah.
And so it was cool just like hanging out with her, like literally at her house, like just me and her sitting on a patio and her going like, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? And then flying to the shows, hanging out at the hotel. Like she's cool. She's funny.
Yeah.
She's like mean in a funny way.
Is that right?
She's mean like she's just like
a comic.
Yes,
is mean.
exactly.
Yeah.
We talk like comics.
Right.
Like
You can find just the smallest thing to smallest crack.
the one I can tell is so her wife, Portia, I had like a Casio watch, and Ellen wears like Miller watches, right? And like so does Portia, and so but it's like a gold Casio. And Portia was like, Neil, I really like your watch. I was like, oh, thanks. So I did like rich people do a thing where they buy each other presents if they mention that they like it. So I did the rich person thing. I've seen it done. I've never done it before. So when we were flying on Ellen's private jet to shoot the special, I gave Portia, I gave her the present. I gave her the Casio, right? And I bought her one for $15. And Portia's like, oh my God, Neil, I can't believe you did this. It's so sweet. Look, baby, Neil got me a watch. And Ellen looks at it and goes, Neil, nice watch. Where'd you get it? Woolworths? like so funny and so mean. And then on the way back in the private plane, the flight attendant had saved the packaging from the gift. And Portia was like, baby, look, they saved the packaging. And Portia goes, yeah, babe, put it in your jewelry box. So she's like mean and reductive and but was cool about the closing. That I had to run the joke by her. My closer is about sleeping with Ellen, and so I had to run it by her because I didn't want to be like, oh, you didn't hear? Yeah, I fuck you in my ass.
Yes.
Oh, honey, you didn't. Hey, billionaire, you didn't hear? So I had to. So I like sent it to her, and then she just wrote back like hilarious. Like she wasn't like not good for much. She's like no, hilarious. Like she knows. Like it's funny.
But also, people forget this because you have to become that talk show person that becomes a brand. But people forget Jay Leno in the 80s was a
killer
razor.
Yeah.
Just the sharpest.
Yeah.
And then because you get into doing the other thing every night, people think of that
It's like
as comedy.
like a parent. You know what I mean? It's like it's like the shift I see my friends go through where like I've literally seen guy friends of mine go from like, you see that girl's titties to a year and a half later going like, yeah, my wife's breasts are sore. Because and you just like that's kind of what happens when you go from being a comic to a talk show host. Like, you have to you just become more. It's not even corporate. It is corporate. It's just more like it's just a bigger tent.
But you realize there's a responsibility to this thing that you don't have to realize when you're a stand-up.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like you're in there.
And when you're a stand-up, you're living in a world where there's alcohol. It's dark.
Right.
People are drunk. It's dates. It's like it's hostile.
Yeah.
And then you're in this like sort of daytime music, dancing.
Yeah.
Even if you're Seth or whatever, like or Fallon or. Like it's still very. They're doing it at 30 Rock, and people. It's all tourists.
Well, there's even people doing this now with like a stand-up club should be a safe space for everyone. I go, you realize most of the time this was like a country bar fucking 2 weeks ago. You know, like, most of these things don't have an HR department. They're really, most of those clubs are pretty shady. Oh, we got the Coke money and we're running it through the bar.
Yeah, like, have you seen the deals they give? I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, these are not the most scrupulous people.
Right.
They're not, it's not like, a guy sent me I won't even get into it, but he sent me like the settle out sheet of like how many tickets you sold, and I couldn't believe he sent it to me because it was so honest. It was so nice and honest.
It's
like
so
a club
rare,
owner
right?
sent, like, was honest and decent. Like, wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you're right about that. Like we're leaving these bums in charge.
Right. At some point, you're like, oh, you don't realize just how fucking sideways this whole thing.
Oh yeah, no, there was just a thing in Vulture that I read about how many club owners would book Louis, and I was like reading some of the names, and I was like, okay.
Right.
So you're the moral barometer now?
Oh,
Okay.
for a fact, you're sitting at the bar during every fucking show. One guy that I know very, very well. But yeah, that is true. That and for whatever reason, Vulture has this thing that they won't let go, as if Louis is the only fucking story. But you could say in the same way that they used to overpraise him. You know, because they really did.
I think they're related, by the way.
Yeah.
I think I have a theory that a lot of these outlets had heard the rumors.
Sure.
And didn't care.
Right.
And now that it's come out, now they have to all act like I would never, they all have to act indignant, like, and it's like, nah. I don't know, guys. I could be wrong, but that's my hunch.
But they were writing stuff like Louis' tweet just won the week. You know, these things, and every episode of that show was
like think pieces.
Yeah, and you're like, come on, guys, he's funny. But so's David Tell, who you're totally ignoring. Yeah, just totally ignoring.
Well, Tell didn't position himself correct culturally.
Yes.
Whereas Louis just did.
Yeah.
He just nailed it in terms of, which I think a lot of it was like luck.
Yes, it's accident at least, right?
Because the sitcom didn't, and then the HBO sitcom, and then he did the special, Chewed Up, and it was like, oh, this guy's great.
Yeah.
But I also thought he got this weird, sometimes I didn't understand why the culture people were so into him.
Right.
Like I was like, he's kind of grosser than you guys are.
Yeah, particularly like the alt side of it. They fell in love with him. And maybe it's only because he crossed over and did some of their stuff. You know what I mean?
He was always, Louis was like a big name in like in Rebar and all those, like he was one of the big guys in the late 90s, in the mid and late 90s, like when alt comedy was just starting.
But then he would go and do O&A or do Stern and be, play to that perfectly. Which is, again, what we were talking about is you're supposed to read the room. You know what I mean? You're supposed to, you're an entertainer as well. But I do think that's why they're so freaked out, is because they had put him on this pedestal that it never, it was way too high.
Yeah. And now they feel like, well, now we must equal time.
Yeah.
And it's like, that was out of proportion, and this might be out of proportion too.
What was the one that they I forget, it was like the Food Network lady who said, here's 10 people who are funnier than Louis C.K. It was one of those, she was on the Food Network.
Padma.
What's that? Yeah, Padma. And then they had these 10 comics and the guy from Vulture, and I go, no, they're not funnier than Louis. You know what I mean? Like,
well, that's the thing. Like Louis a lot of things, but he's still insanely funny.
He's a killer.
You can't.
Yeah.
He asked Donald Rumsfeld if he was a lizard person. Like what?
Yeah.
Like this guy's he's the idea that they wanted him. Louis the greatest, one of the greatest nonlinear thinkers of our time. And people wanted him, and they were like, but I'm sure he'll think linearly about sex. the most non-linear thing in the world. It's like, no, he's not going to be linear about that either. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's all the same thing. It's all the weird machine that doesn't process things normally, and it's great for comedy and bad for consensual sex.
Yes, and probably bad for accounting and everything.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
the way he couldn't. Somebody was. Yeah, I won't even get into it. But like Lou, I've known Louis 25 years. Like he would get money and spend it immediately.
Right.
He would get. I remember he did a show in San Francisco, bought a car, drove LA, left it in LA on the side of the road, literally like it was garbage. Like he's not a normal person.
Right.
But with a normal person, you get his sitcom, you get some of Conan's best early sketches, you get him asking Donald Rumsfeld if he's a lizard person, which is like Hall of Fame to me.
And I also think like that sitcom that he was producing and writing, Better Things, I'm like, I think that might have been the best thing.
Oh, I never saw it.
He never was in it.
Yeah.
But he was, and
involved.
It's Pamela Adlon,
Yeah.
and they would write together, and I'm like, this is genius. And when it was about a woman and her daughters, and I'm like, well, this is really, out of all the stuff that he's done, like, this is the thing that you go, oh, that is brilliant. But, you know, all that, of course, went by the wayside as well.
Yeah, you just can't masturbate in front of people.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's a problem.
It's like, you can't do heroin.
Yeah.
I'd love for you to be able to do heroin.
Yeah, it's so good.
You just can't do it.
People don't realize though how relaxing it is.
I'm sure. I heard it's like meditation. I hear it's that relaxing.
The thing is, you go like this. Oh, this is what the world was supposed to feel like, and we fucked up.
Yeah.
But then the other bad stuff comes along with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So you're getting a mixed. It's all. There's a downside to everything.
Everything.
Yes.
Everything has a downside.
Hit it, Earl.
Wow.
Neil Brennan, the real Lookin', is representing the United States against 12 other countries in Netflix's Comedians of the World. That's available now at Netflix.com, and it's streaming. And you can also catch his last special, 3 Mics, also at Netflix.com.
Wow.
What a pleasure, buddy. Nice to see
my
you.
pleasure. Yeah. So fun to be here.
I'll see you next time.
Thank
Peace.
you.
Bennington is back. Did you get yourself a brand new Bennington t-shirt yet? It's available at theibigshop.com. Get it. Faction Talk 103. It's the Bennington Show.
Bam, bam. Hey, here's Gail Bennington back from her pump.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
I just want. And now that she's holding the bottle with her own little hands.
I know. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I just kept looking at that like I cannot.
She's a baby with a baba.
Yeah.
And when she wants to eat, she grabs a spoon. And stuff with her today that she was sleepy but was determined to just keep doing stuff.
I know.
She's driven for a
She
little
really
bit.
is.
And her parents aren't driven at all.
I know, which is weird.
Parents are best called slackers.
Yeah.
I think would be the best way to
We
describe
like to hang out. You know, like that's kind of our favorite thing. Just like hang out.
Yeah.
Talk a bit and hang out.
Do a little. Like, should we go to these or watch a movie here?
Here. Well, I don't have to wear pants here, so.
Should we cook or just order in?
Order in. Then I don't have to do any dishes after.
Oh, great. We'll eat right off out of the carton.
I did a call to confirm, and that photo is not just like one moment where she was holding it.
It was the entire time.
Yeah, she fed herself that bottle.
Yes.
Which I was shocked.
I could tell immediately that she was not going to let go of that because she doesn't want anybody to run stuff for her.
Yeah.
The exact opposite is me. I'm like, feed me. Baby needs to eat.
I don't want to pick up my arm to put the food in.
I like just laying here. Sleepy time.
Put it in the IV, please.
Oh, I would love to just have a constant IV. Ivy with a little heroin mixed
No.
into it. Oh, I thought we were all having.
No.
Why is that always the dividing point?
The difference between nutrition and heroin?
Yeah.
A big difference to us.
Okay.
Normies, right, Chris?
I forgot I was at a fucking DARE meeting with the nerd crew.
Just say no. Why are you always saying yes every
It's all I can do.
You're a yes man
Yeah.
to those drugs.
I have to tell you the truth. I only like people who've made bad decisions. Now, my friends now are people who made bad decisions, and now they realize it.
Do you feel like a little bit strangely suspicious of those who never tried any drug? I am
Yes.
always like, you didn't even try it?
Yeah, you didn't even
Then
find
what
out.
if you liked it? Just give it a go.
I go like this. Did you even try sushi, you fucking nerd? Because that's a scarier proposition to eat raw fish than it is to fucking snort a rail.
Well, I will say that it's not a big deal to me if somebody tried something and then they said, look, that wasn't for me.
Exactly.
Or I had a bad reaction to that. Or I have a problem with that thing. I like it too much. And then they've gone in the opposite direction. Now they don't do it at all. All of the above, I understand. What I don't is never thought I'd care for it. And it's like, how do you know?
You know, Earl's never even had a dranky drank.
You've never had a drink?
Not to excess, no.
Not really even. You've never gone out drinking.
No, not at all.
People forced. I know I forced a shot before, and he did it. You could tell that he had an uncle because the way that he did it. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's old school. You know what I mean?
Knock
That's
it back.
he had it, and then he pushed his hat over his eyes, and I'm like, that's a 1968 way to have a shot. Oh, we're getting to the end of the show today, and I know we wanted to end with some David Bowie. By the way, I said to Gervais when he said David Bowie, I go, why do you say it that way? Why do you people say, it's not the correct way to say it. You're doing that on purpose. And he couldn't defend because he's named after like the Bowie knife, the Jim Bowie, that whole thing.
Yeah.
It's not the Bowie knife. No one's ever said that. I don't even think the English would say something so stupid. But they'll go over their way to go Bowie, and then our people go like this because Americans never believe in themselves. You know, it's just like, oh, they do Shakespeare best.
Right.
Why? I don't know. It seems best. Don't be proud of your Americanness. If that's one thing that we've learned from President Trump, we can build a fucking wall and keep everything away from us. Okay? America first, America worst. Doesn't matter.
Who's second, though? If America's first.
If I was going to say who's second right now, I'd have to say, and this is non-debatable, New Guinea.
Really?
Unfucking believable there.
No idea.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice, huh?
The streets are made out of gum. Oh, you got to go to New Guinea. By the way, Vito, you don't get your shit together and I'm going to get a New Guinea here. Okay? You understand me? Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
We're going to end the show today for the two birthday boys, David Bowie and Flathead. Both of them have been dead for the last 2 years. But Earl's a Bowie fan too. People wouldn't even know that about him, but he's a very, very big Bowie fan.
Major Bowie fan. And everyone's like, why do black people love Bowie? I was like, because he loved us back.
First fucking black guy ever to go on Soul Train. Be invited on Soul Train to sing his single.
First white to ever do it?
Did I say black guy?
Yeah.
First,
So that's how.
First black guy. That's how good that fucking song was. He was the first black guy ever.
Yeah, but you also remember how many people did he put over? You know, he produced Lou Reed's Transformer. Iggy Pop.
Mott the Hoople mean anything to
Mott
you?
the Hoople.
Not only did he give them, he gave them the greatest song of all time.
Yeah.
Like All the Young Dudes is the best fucking song that's ever been done.
Because
And he
imagine
goes-
it.
And he goes
as
like
his.
this. Oh, this is yours.
And I'm always thinking about, look at the guys who gave breaks to. Luther Vandross, he was the vocal arranger on
I
Young
saw
Americans.
Luther singing backup for him.
Yes. Luther Vandross, Stevie Ray Vaughan with the Let's Dance
He
album.
was pissed at him.
Yeah, that
But
was
it
a
wasn't
big
enough
break.
Money. I'm sorry. What were you getting before this, Stevie?
No, it was a bad ending.
David likes his money. He like to keep his money.
Paper.
Chris, why don't you plug something before we go into this?
The Unmasked with Judd Apatow and Pete Holmes. That's happening next Tuesday, January 15th at 4 p.m. at the Village Underground in New York City. For tickets, go to theinterrobang.com. That's next Tuesday, the 15th at 4 p.m. with Judd Apatow and Pete Holmes.
So this is Mr. David Bowie. And the thing that I love about this is your favorite song by him, right?
It is. Absolutely.
This is...
It's one of... I always play this at the Hard Rock, and people just stop and just start singing along to it.
Is that right?
Yeah. Like, you'll just know, like, especially people, obviously, from people from England.
And again, that was not the hit song at its time. Just like Life on Mars wasn't hit.
Right.
I had like 25 years of my life where I was the only one who not only liked that song, but knew it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because Changes was the big song. And then once it, got into that movie, all of a sudden everyone was like, now I like it. I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
Yes, but it's especially with the ladies. The ladies seem to love this song, especially with the chorus kicking in.
You got to be careful with that song. It's Me Too. It's a Me Too movement going on. So this is for Flathead, and this is also for David Bowie, who reminded us to let the children boogie. It's your favorite song, Gail.
It's David Bowie, Starman.